Los Angeles! What is cracking? It's your boy, James Coe. On a Friday night, let's make it work. Let's make it happen. I'm excited about this thing, man. You guys want to jump in? By all means, please do so. 855-97-LA-FAN. Again, that's 855-97-LA-FAN. We will get it going on the Twitter X side. We're going to get it going on the YouTube side as well. But again, if you guys want to be part of the show, give me a call, 855-97-LA-FAN. We got a great show lined up in front of us here tonight. Going to be giving you Dodger updates all throughout the evening.
Dodger baseball.
Yeah! Matter of fact, we got a Dodgers update coming relatively soon. Relatively shortly here. We're going to be talking about Dave Roberts and what are the injury updates for the Blue Crew. Plus, LeBron makes the crowd go crazy. He has a strange little way of speaking that got the crowd going crazy. You know, again, we talked about Dave Roberts, and he gave us an update earlier today. He talked to reporters. He talked to Sportsnet LA and gave us an update on Shohei Ohtani.
Talked about Shohei Ohtani and just the plan for him over the next, last 4 days. That was to have the fluid removed from his knee.
Yes. So thank you. So what happened is, just for clarity, he got an Orthovis shot, injection, which is like a lubricant. So he got a lubricant in his knee, and that was what took place that Sunday.
So then looking ahead, now that he's been able to have this, how does that either address some of that knee pain he was experiencing, and what does that mean just for what his role is going to be as a two-way player, or even him on the mound, since that seems to be where he's been feeling the pain the most?
Well, I think that it gives him some relief in his knee, which we're hoping to get, and then the 4 days off from activity, which gets it all to kind of settle in. And then as far as plan of action, have him in the lineup for these 3 games and watch him play catch. And probably, I think the expectation is have him pitch on Wednesday in Philadelphia.
So it doesn't sound like Shohei's going to miss any time in regards to, obviously he missed his last start, but going to get back on the mound relatively quickly here. So obviously Dodger fans happy to hear that. I'll be interested to see how serious this knee injury is. Again, they didn't have to get it drained, but they did add what they call a lubricant into that knee. So what does that mean overall? We're going to find out. Shohei obviously batting .293. He's got 22 home runs on the season with 58 RBIs. He's gone 8-2 on the mound with a 1.79 ERA, 95 strikeouts in 85 2/3 innings, man, over 14 starts this season. He's having another tremendous season. And again, he's in the driver's seat to win another MVP. The Dodgers in the driver's seat to win another World Series. The haters can hate. The Dodgers are out there trying to win. And again, he says he's going to try to give Ohtani days off after his pitching starts if possible. So what does that end up looking like? More days off at the dish, a couple more days off maybe pitching as well. Sounds like the Dodgers are much more interested in saving Shohei Ohtani for the postseason run as they should be. Now, how well does that sit with Shohei? We're going to find out. Look, Shohei makes his own calendar. When he wants to go, he goes. Right? And so that's where Shohei is at right now. In regards to other injuries on the Dodgers, Roberts went on to say that he doesn't know whether or not catcher Will Smith, is going to return this season, but he's hopeful. He's hopeful that the 3-time All-Star is going to come back at some point this season. And I've talked about this yesterday, that really all week, really, Will Smith is a critical cog because, listen, you cannot blame me if you're thinking, if I've got my concerns over Dalton Rushing. This is a player who has been highly emotional, I think that's fair to say, right? Look, you can crouch it any way you want. You could say he's a competitor. You could say that he gets after. I mean, look, there's a lot of different things, okay? But the bottom line is he has been, relatively emotional. I think that is a very fair assessment of Dalton Rushing. Okay, so now that being said, we're in June, July, and he's playing like this. How emotional does he get in September, October? And will that be a detriment to the team? I don't know. We're going to find out. And let's be real. Over the last 50 some odd games, Dalton Rushing has not been playing well in terms of at the dish. Right? Like the power has been gone. He's hitting somewhere around like 220 over his last 50 some odd games. The power is gone. The RBIs are gone. And the strikeouts are way up. So, again, you can't be... The Will Smith injury, I think, could be hugely critical for the Dodgers. Getting that veteran presence back behind the dish, man. Behind that backstop. Just, can you get a veteran presence back there? And again, if we're talking about trade deadline, shoot, man, can the Dodgers get a veteran presence behind the dish? I think I'd be more interested in that. By the way, the new Scooble rumors don't sound great for the Dodgers, although you never know. Maybe it's posturing by Detroit. Detroit obviously has been playing a lot better as of late. There's a thought that maybe they themselves end up being buyers and not sellers and try to make the postseason. Maybe their thought is, hey, the best way to sell Scooble and re-signing over here is to start winning some ball games. We'll find out. If Detroit feels like Scooble is for sure leaving, they got to trade him. Get some assets back. The number one team right now, obviously, is, if we're not talking about the Dodgers, because the Dodgers, maybe they don't want to part with some of with multiple frontline prospects. There seems to be a lot of connective tissue between the Detroit Tigers and the Atlanta Braves, where you get Scooble and Chris Sale at the top of your pitching lineup there, man. That 1-2 combo between Sale and Scooble, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. Whereas if he comes to LA, I'm not saying he's just another guy, but it's certainly crowded, and his impact would not be as heavy as it would be in Atlanta. You talk about some of these other injuries that the Dodgers are going through right now. Edwin Diaz, recovering from surgery that he had in late April. Remember those loose bodies in his right elbow? Okay, so he's set to pitch today. We're going to find out what that ended up looking like. And then he's going to try to throw again on Sunday. And then after that, okay, we're going to get an update. We'll see where we're at. Left-hander Blake Snell. He's been out since May. He also has got some loose bodies in his throwing elbow. He's scheduled to start for AAA Oklahoma City on Saturday. Again, there seems to be a lot of positive momentum in terms of the injuries, except when we talk about Tyler Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow has been out since early May because of lower back spasms. He has been throwing some bullpen sessions, but it doesn't sound like he's very close at all. The back spasms things that's odd to me. That's odd to me. We're talking about back spasms here. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. You know what? While we're talking Dodgers, we might as well get a Dodgers update.
Dodger baseball.
Let's go. Because I tell you what, going into the 6th, the Yankees had a 1-0 lead. And they had taken out Roki Sasaki. Again, it's Garrett Cole on the mound for New York. And, you're thinking, okay, well, Garrett Cole, the Dodger bats certainly have not come alive. Well, here's the thing. Then in the 7th, Garrett Cole gets into a little bit of trouble, not too much. I think he had a leadoff walk. The coaching staff comes out, manager comes out, and Garrett Cole says, "No, keep me in." Very next batter, Max Muncy, 2-run shot. Hey, yo. I'll say this too about Muncy. I tell you, he did admire his work just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know how the Yankees going to take that. All the unwritten rules of baseball and whatnot. Shoot, I prefer the KBO system. Have you seen the Koreans, man? They hit a home run. It's a full-on production. It's a full-on production. They throwing that bat around, celebrate like they won the World Series every single time. I prefer that. That's pretty good. By the way, shoot, I forgot to mention, we got Kane behind the glass. What's up, Kane? How you doing, pal?
It's Friday, man.
Okay.
Just what a week of just sports.
What does that mean? Oh, okay. I was like, what does that mean? You're tired? Where are we going with this?
It's a lot of sports ball happening. There's a lot of things happening. So, I'm just like, whew. We got World Cup. We got All-Star game.
Baseball is back.
Heavy. Came back yesterday.
I know, right?
Big series this weekend. And Max Muncy already hitting out the park.
I feel like we're gonna get the LeBron decision by early next week too. I think Monday.
That's really why I'm exhausted.
Yeah, everyone's exhausted.
Just the indecision. Everyone's waiting. Adam Silver's waiting.
Nah, okay, so everyone is waiting. I do think, though, that LeBron and company, I think they've got it all figured out. I think they're trying to figure out compensation. And maybe the team that has something in the books, I do wonder if they're trying to figure out, okay, we're going to figure out compensation. We got to sort of work behind closed doors. Okay, can we get Anthony Davis? Can we get Bronny James? Can we get, some of these other, movable pieces that fit well with LeBron's game? I do wonder if that's the case. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. To me, to your point, Ken, that it's just been taking so long. Like, what is the reason? Right? We all know that it's been down to 4 teams right now. It's Philadelphia, it's Miami, it's Cleveland, it's Golden State. I do wonder why Philadelphia, of all teams, is in the mix. That's why, from a storyline perspective, I don't get it.
Well, because of LeBron's brother, Tyrese Maxey.
Right, exactly. Oh, you didn't know?
They brothers.
They're brothers, man. It's like, hey, little brother, big brother relationship. Oh, you didn't know that? That's the first time you're hearing that? Yeah, it's because the first time I'm hearing that too. It's the first time anyone has heard that. But apparently it's a long-standing relationship. I guess.
I didn't check LeBron's love family tree.
I mean, it's so funny.
Upon further inspection, I was like, oh, there goes Tyrese Maxey right there. Of course, that's Bronny James' uncle.
And again, you would figure, okay, if these guys do, work out together, how come that hasn't come out? I've never... I don't know. And I'm not that tapped in. Okay. It's like, hey, listen, I follow multiple sports here. I've got kids, I've got a mortgage. Okay. It's possible that I haven't seen it, but you figure in all of the sleuthing, the internet sleuthing that has been going on in regards to, okay, where is LeBron going? All right, you would have figured very early on, somebody would have been like, hey man, here's that picture that they took in 2023. And it's Maxey and LeBron. And Maxey's a Rich Paul guy. He's a Clutch Sports dude. So there's connective tissue here. I still haven't seen any of that.
Yeah, you didn't see him at Love Family Reunion hanging out.
I didn't see nothing. That's why it's so funny. It's like, okay, cool. I guess it's a thing. I didn't know it was a thing, but I guess maybe it is a thing. I guess. I don't know. Now, speaking of Philadelphia, LeBron was speaking at Fanatics Fest, and he was just talking, and you know what? He said a little phrase, he turned a little phrase, and the crowd caught on, and they started going crazy.
I want to, join a franchise that kind of shares the same, Bible as myself, and that's practicing championship habits every day, but trusting the process more than anything. I think you trust the process, of actually getting to that point. I've been saying to trust the process since I was drafted in like 2003. I don't even know if he was in the ball yet.
I'd have to check the tape, man. Has he been saying trust the process since he was drafted? Like, it feels like, I don't know, that's a very Philadelphia coded thing. You know, trust the process, man. Remember that? Okay, and just for like a little bit of a history lesson, okay? It was trust the process when they were tanking, they were losing a bunch of games, they were clearing the books, and they just kept tanking and just trying to kept trying to get first-round draft picks and lottery picks. They just kept doing that. And over again, they were the worst team in basketball. Right? They were terrible. They were horrible for years on end. And it was, I forgot who said it. Was it the GM? I feel like it was the GM that said trust the process.
Was it Joel Embiid or was it the GM?
No, because the Joel ended up being called the process because he was the culmination of what the process was.
That's okay. No, you're right. No, it was my guy. What was his name? Sam Hinkie.
Was it?
Sam Hinkie was like trust the process, and then Joel became the process.
Right.
The process is still loading, however.
And it ended up being one of those things where it's just like, okay, so like, I don't know, man. Like, has LeBron been saying that, or is this like a classic like LeBron overstatement? Is this a classic LeCap moment? You know, like. I don't know, because it always feels like he says stuff like this.
It's LeCap. It's a bigger cap than those novelty hats that were around for a while last year. Like, LeBron knows what he's doing. He watches too much wrestling to not know to say the catchphrase and throw something out there. So
remember 18-year-old LeBron with the flip phone at Monday Night Raw?
Taking pictures of Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah, you know. He knows.
He knows what he's doing with that.
How crazy would it be if he ends up in Philadelphia, man? That'd be like I said, that'd be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Okay, look, if the Lakers, speaking of former Lakers here, but okay, so if the Lakers end up missing on Jonathan Kuminga, and right now, it's not sounding great. Not going to lie to you. It doesn't sound great. Like, I think that Kuminga would be a perfect fit for the Lakers. He adds a much-needed injection of athleticism, tertiary scoring, somebody that can play above the rim. Right, perfect for pick and roll for Luka. Luka loves them pick and roll guys, man. So again, this would be pretty good. And again, when Luka is on the bench, perfect, secondary option. I mean, shoot, I tell you what, there's going to be matchups where he's the primary, and Reeves is going to be playing off of him. Okay, but it would be a perfect fit. Gives you some more athleticism, above the rim play, especially on the defensive side. Because, man, the defensive side right now is looking real light. Basically, it's just, okay, let's just funnel everyone to Walker Kessler and hope the big guy can swat some shots. And listen, nobody wants the snow time Lakers to be, more snow time than me. I love the snow time Lakers. I love it. Give me that Snow. Give me Jon Snow. Luka as Jon Snow. Give it to me. I love it. I don't even know what Walker Kessler is. What is he, like, Robert Baratheon or something? I don't know. I want the Snow Time Laker. I want it bad, man. Give it to me. I don't know how Kuminga fits into that. But I'll tell you what, just from a team build standpoint, he'd be great for this team. Awesome for this team. They got plenty of shooting right now. They're good. I think they're set on the shooters. But yeah, how do they get Kuminga in the building? I don't know how they do that. So if they whiff on Kuminga, they don't get Kuminga. Might they trade with the Clippers? Might they try to go after Matisse Thybulle? If you're listening to Mark Stein says, hey, listen, Thybulle, who is a free agent right now, he's twice earned all defensive second team honors. Lakers could be chasing him down. Over the last 2 years, Thybulle has been awesome defensively. according to his per 36 defensive stats. Dude, his per 36 defensive stats have been straight up sick. Again, per 36, we're talking 4.15 steals, 1.2 blocks over his last 2 seasons. He gets after it defensively. The last 4 years with Portland, now the problem is he's a very one-dimensional player, right? Doesn't give you much on the offensive side. He only averages 5 points per game over his career. Now, that being said, if we're just going last 2 seasons, he has added some reliability to his outside shot. He's shooting 41% from beyond the arc. So Matisse Thybulle, man, could be a low-key, really good bench player and a super low-cost option for LA as well. And then if you listen to Jovan Buha's podcast on the Lakers, right? One potential plan B could be Clippers forward Derrick Jones Jr. Maybe, possibly. Derrick Jones Jr., 29 years old, 6'6" forward. 10-year vet. Last 2 with the Clippers. In 2025, he averaged 10 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, while shooting 50% from the floor, 36% from beyond the arc. And he's got a $10.5 million expiring deal. Do the Clippers trade Derrick Jones for, Jared Vanderbilt in a second? You get that extra second-round pick? Why wouldn't the Clippers do that? Be interesting. We're going to be talking about the Lakers and what future moves that they can make. Obviously, we will give you Dodger updates when they become available, and we'll get you Dodger post-game sound right now as well when that becomes available too. Dodgers right now, they lead the Yankees 2-1, top of the 8th. You're going to find more of the James Coe Show after the break. You're listening to it on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. What is cracking, Los Angeles? James Coe here with you. Back in our normal time slot. Not going to lie to you. It was a little weird being in that 2 to 6 spot.
Sun was still up.
Sun was still up when I left. I was like, what is going on over here? I got to see my kids. I got to, hang out with them for a bit. It was very strange, to be honest with you. Programming note, all of next week, we will be on from 2 to 6 p.m. all next week. We're going to be filling in for DMAC and Reiter, who are going to be taking a much-deserved vacation and break. But then after that, we'll be back to our normally scheduled programming. All right, so there you go. Anyways, we switch over to football here. Myles Garrett sat down with Micah Parsons on I think it's his podcast, but I think it's also a live show because there's like a live studio audience in there too, Kane.
It was like a live taping, a special episode. I'm sure Tim Hardaway was rolling his eyes very hard at seeing current athletes with podcasts and a live studio audience.
I know.
Tim, it was.
I know. It was crazy stuff. Anyways, it was really funny because Micah Parsons is the kind of guy that thinks he can do anything. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that clip. I think this was last year when Micah Parsons tried to do sumo wrestling. It was like, oh, I'm gonna bury these guys, and he just got absolutely destroyed. He got owned. Like, he is. Think about this, dude. Micah Parsons is one of the most ferocious pass rushers in the NFL, and he was getting bodied by a legitimate sumo wrestling champion. Destroyed. But Micah Parsons, who has never been shy and never lacking confidence, was sitting down with Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett, man, he wasn't having it, bro. He was fact-checking Micah Parsons in real time.
I think I'm still right here. Because I still do things that none of y'all do.
Who's none of y'all?
You, Will, rest of the league.
Like what?
Yeah, hold on.
Thank you, bro.
Hold on.
Hey, what are we talking about?
Hold on. Yes, that record stands, and we're not taking that away. But we're talking about actual gameplay here, y'all. There's nobody in the league who can line up from left to right and play every position as if they got paid at that position. Facts.
I have a sack at every spot across the line.
You can have a sack at. I'm talking about truly play it at my weight. Facts.
I can't be 240, bro. That's
facts.
That's just not what I'm asked to do. I actually got to set the edge.
No, I
play the run.
Hold on.
Get TFLs.
I get those too.
You got like 4 in the last 2 years.
That's cap.
All right, little cap.
I love the fact that Micah Parsons has the audacity to bring on Myles Garrett and says, I can do things that you guys cannot do. And Myles like, I'm sorry, what? What do you mean, dude? Okay, so it got my brain thinking. All right, Micah Parsons is so confident. And he's so confident to the point where, look, he's not being disrespectful to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was not being disrespectful to Micah Parsons. But that being said, Myles Garrett was very kind of like, what are you on, my guy? I am the best edge rusher in the NFL, period. My guy said, come on, man, 23 sacks in one season? 23 sacks in one dang season. Single season sack record. Brother, what are we talking about? That's crazy. That was a record that stood for 24 years. 23 sacks in one season. That is wild. Wild. By the way, if Aaron Donald comes back, he's 9th on the single season all-time record. Tied for 9th, actually, when he had 20 and a half. Can you imagine? Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett. They got to be just trying to figure out contract. I mean, it feels like it's a done deal now, man. The whole Aaron Donald thing feels like it's just a done deal. What is the holdup? You know what? They're waiting on LeBron too. They're like, hey, LeBron's got to announce, and then you know what? And then we're gonna come in, and Aaron Donald's going to announce. You know, good timing by LA. I like it. No, but can you imagine, man? You're thinking in 2025, Myles Garrett had 23 sacks, single season record. In 2018, Aaron Donald had 20 and a half, tied for 9th most in a single season. And shoot, man, Aaron Donald did it from a tackle position. That's crazy. Absolute madness. All these other guys are flying off the edge, screamers off the edge. Donald's doing it while being double teamed. Dang near every possession. Come on, bro. He's a metahuman. He's insane. Okay, but again, it got my mind thinking about Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, and I'm like, okay, man, you know what? Like, I know Myles Garrett is great, and I know Micah Parsons is awesome. So let me just go and check and see what's going on out here, man. Okay, so I go to Next Gen Stats, and over the last 5 years, Micah and Myles, get this, man, they're number 1 and 2 in total quarterback pressures. Micah's 1, Myles is 2. Parsons is number 1 in quarterback pressure rate. So he's got the most pressures, and he's number 1 in quarterback pressure rate over the last 5 seasons. Myles Garrett is number 4. Now, to be fair, and by the way, in this clip and in this podcast they did, Micah Parsons talks about quarterback pressures. And Myles Garrett very smartly says, yeah, but I'm getting the sacks. Like, you could get the pressures, but who's finishing the pressure? That'd be Myles Garrett. And that's correct, because Myles Garrett is number 1 in total sacks with 83. Now, listen, Micah Parsons is no slouch himself. He's 3rd on the list. He's got 65. TJ Watt was 2nd with 65 and a half, but that's dang near 20 sacks away from Myles Garrett, man. That's wild. Garrett's got 83 over the last 5 years. Micah's got 65. TJ Watt's got 65 and a half. As you can imagine, Myles Garrett is also number 1 in sack rate. These are two bulls on a podcast talking about who's the better bull. Now, Next Gen Stats also measures get-off time. This is how fast a player can cross the line of scrimmage once the ball is snapped. Right? Get-off time. How fast are you off the snap, man? How disruptive are you after the snap? Guess what? Myles Garrett, number 1 in this stat. Come on. Number 1 at 0.7 seconds. That means from the snap, Myles Garrett, on average, takes 0.7 seconds to cross the line of scrimmage. That is ridiculously fast. Parsons wasn't far behind, but he was tied for 15th at 0.82 seconds. Pretty good. Pretty good. But still, Myles Garrett is in another stratosphere when we're talking about get-off time. Now, to be fair, Micah Parsons is also getting doubled at a crazy high rate. Micah's getting doubled 16.1% of the time. That's his double team rate, 16.1%. That was the 6th highest rate among all defensive ends and edge rushers. Now, Myles Garrett was not far behind at 14%. That was the 10th highest. So again, they're in the same ballpark, but keep in mind, get-off time and double team rates are loosely tied together, because think about it now. Think about it now. If you're getting off and getting across the line of scrimmage that quickly, they just don't have time to double team you. They don't. No time. No time at all. So, again, these two guys are just two bulls, man. So, at first, I was like, oh, man, Myles Garrett just fact-checking Micah Parsons. And then the more I dug into it, I'm like, you know what? This is why Micah Parsons is saying the stuff that he's saying, because he's got to be thinking, if I didn't get injured, I would just be absolutely crushing. And even accounting for the injury, number one in total quarterback pressures. These two guys are not of this world. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. By the way, Packers-Rams, they play Thanksgiving Eve. 11:25, baby. Mark it on the calendar. Packers at SoFi. Pretty good. Yo, we got a little Dodgers update, man.
Dodger baseball.
Dude, the Yankees were threatening. And right now, I think this play is under review, but there was a player on first. The Yankees were at the dish. A double was hit into the right field gap. And the guy from first tried to come all the way around. I only had one eyeball on this thing, so I don't have everybody here, okay? But the guy on first tried to come all the way around. Gunned down at home. But it's currently under review, so we'll see. We'll see. This is in the bottom of the eighth. That run would have tied the game at 2 apiece. Interesting. Okay, we will give you more Dodger baseball updates after the break. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo, what's cracking, everybody? James Go here with you. Super producer Kane behind the glass, man. What's up, bro? How you doing tonight?
Almost got me a chicken Caesar salad today.
Okay.
Then I remembered the news.
Hey, do not be getting that diarrhea salad, bro.
It would have been Jordan flu game vibes here.
You know? Oh, way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse. That's not good. T-shirt of the day today for the folks who are streaming this on Twitter X and on the YouTube side. It is an Incredible Hulk comic book shirt where Thor is fighting and battling the Incredible Hulk. I had D-Mac ask me, how many T-shirts you think you got? Because my T-shirt, I spend an embarrassing amount of time looking for and shopping for shirts. It's an embarrassing amount. And I think my T-shirt collection, and by the way, I've had to cycle through some of them, but I think I'm in the 30 to 40 range. But honestly, is that even that much though? Because first of all, I'm old. So, you know. Yeah, you know what I mean? If I'm collecting 3 shirts a year for 10 years, that's 30 shirts.
Yeah, I mean, there's 365 days in a year. So, on average, 30 shirts you wear, maybe out of those 30, you wear them 10 times a year.
Yeah, sure. Well, I've got listen, I have other things other than T-shirts, which, you know. But, I mean, when I'm just, casually doing things like this, I'm a T-shirt guy. Anyways, that's the T-shirt of the day. It's the Incredible Hulk versus Thor. It's a great comic book. And obviously they turned that scene into a movie as well, so it's all good. Anyways, okay, so we are in the top of the 9th here with the Dodgers clinging to a 2-1 lead. They're on the road. They're taking on the New York Yankees. So we will find out. An incredibly exciting defensive play was really the highlight here. Now, Max Muncy with that 2-run shot, the Yankees had an opportunity in the bottom of the 8th. They intentionally walked Paul Goldschmidt, right? And then it was Ben Rice hitting a double. I believe there was a pinch runner on, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Trent Grisham. Again, I only had one eye on this play, so I'm doing a radio show and trying to watch a game at the same time. A little tough, okay? But Trent Grisham was rounding third, and Mookie Betts had the ball thrown to him, and then he just gunned it home. Perfectly thrown ball gets Trent Grisham out at home. If that ball's a little late, or if Mookie Betts gets a little gun shy and doesn't throw that thing in, we're talking a tie game right now. Aggressive base running by the Yankees doesn't pay off, but it also required just incredibly good defensive play from Mookie Betts. So there you go. I believe Kyle Tucker just hit into a double play. Oh, boy. And the Yankees now will go into the bottom of the 9th. So this is their last chance, but the Dodgers are clinging to a 2-1 lead. I imagine we will see Tanner Scott try to pick up another save here. We were talking about Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett. I also ran across this other random clip from DK Metcalf. And I know DK Metcalf is somebody who enjoys candy. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys had remembered this, but Chad Ochocinco, a.k.a. Chad Johnson, okay, I'll give his government name, Chad Johnson, although, to be fair, he did change his government name to Ochocinco. Good for him. I love that he's XFL coded, you know? He's like, all right, you know what, NFL? Y'all not going to let me put Ochocinco on the back? It's cool, man. I'm going to legally change my name to Ochocinco. What a character he is. Anyways, Ochocinco was a guy that was like, man, I just eat a lot of candy. Okay. Then you see, but look, Ochocinco, while a great wide receiver, and it's not like he was built like a bodybuilder, you know? He's long and lanky, right? DK Metcalf, I mean, this guy could be an extra in a Marvel movie. You could put him in, like, you know, the Odyssey as, like, one of these guys without, like, a shirt on. I mean, he's just absolutely jacked out of his mind. I mean, as somebody who is, like, you know, always constantly trying to fight my weight, man, like, all of a sudden it's all about, like, macros. You got to make sure you eat a bunch of protein. You got to get that protein going. You got to get that creatine going, get that muscle building going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just constantly focused on the protein. Constantly focused on, like, okay, we got to make sure we get the water going, get a lot of fiber going. Creatine's got to be, you know, we got to get that creatine going too. Okay? Not my guy DK Metcalf, though. Listen to what DK says about his diet. It is absolutely shocking.
I eat one meal a day, drink one coffee, and eat like 3-4 bags of candy.
Man, define bags of candy, man. Jelly beans?
Nah, see, I'm a gummy type of guy. See, you get your lifesavers.
Come on, man. Stop, man. Come on, hold on, man. So you finna go through a structure, a bag of candy. You about to go through the whole. Okay, let's hear this.
All right, I'm just taking you through yesterday. So yesterday I woke up, worked out again, came home, showered. I'm hungry. Run to Starbucks, get a quick coffee. That's gonna hold me till like 4, 5 o'clock. This 12. Okay. So it's gonna hold me for like 4 hours.
Dang.
Around 4:30, I ordered some candy and a water. So I got, what did I get yesterday? Got the Skittles gummies. Then I got the Lifesaver Creations. They the same size bag. So I just mix them. Get the gummy, get the candy, get the water, eat that. That's gonna hold me to like 8 o'clock where I'm having dinner, 8, 9. And then I eat dinner, go to sleep.
That's an everyday thing. That's a Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, Monday through Monday. You know, you eating candy like that, huh?
Yeah. I'm a candy eater, yeah.
Bro, no way. There's no way. By the way, that was DK Metcalf on Kevin Garnett's show and podcast, KG Certified. Kane, there's no way, dude. You're telling me this guy who is built like a Roman god, he eats like
You know what, though?
This is insane.
When he said gummies, I perked up a little bit because I was like, that actually kind of makes sense. The
Does
Lifesavers, I was so sure on, but you know, a lot of workout people, like, we eat Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, fine.
I put myself in there because of the glycogen and whatnot. So I was hoping he was specific with Sour Patch Kids, but he said Lifesavers gummies. I was like, ooh, I don't know about that.
There's no way. How can you be this size? Because he's like 6'4", 230. How are you? And he's just built, I mean, just rocked up. Kane, it seems impossible, dude. Like, I mean,
and him drinking coffee and all of that's a good pre-workout.
Okay, that's fine.
That holds you, you know what I mean? Like, so I was like, actually, it kind of made sense.
No,
yeah.
It doesn't. It does not make sense.
It sounds gross, but you know, it's a very sweet diet, if you will.
This guy eats like it's Halloween every night. What?
Well, I'm sure he is scary to line up against.
Dog, there is no way, man. Like, how do you have muscles on top of muscles and you don't eat any proteins? That's crazy to me. Dude, his nutritionist or the team nutritionist must be just, like, sick. the Steelers team nutritionist must be sick. Like, what are you talking about, sir? There's no way. This guy's defying physics. He's defying... I don't even know what he's defying. He's defying all kinds of laws of science.
The nutritionist might be sick, but DK Metcalf's dentist is just, like, like, tooth gritting smile whenever he see DK. Thanks for paying for my kid's college.
That's another great point. Does he brush his teeth after every meal? After every quote-unquote meal? And by meal, I mean bag of candy? Dude, are you kidding me, dude? This is insane. First of all, I should look this up. I got to find out what's the calories here. But I mean, because somebody like this who's working out and stuff and, like, you know, and obviously in, like, incredible physical condition. What is somebody who is 6'4", 230 pounds, like, how many calories do they need in a given day? Obviously more than 2,000. I'm going to say like 4,000. And all he eats is one meal? He has one meal, one coffee, and 3 or 4 bags of candy? How? How is he doing that? That's That's incredible, dude. That is amazing. Which obviously brings me to this. What's the... Okay, so he's a gummy candy guy. Kane, what are you? Are you a chocolate guy or are you a gummy candy dude?
Sorry, I giggled at am I a chocolate guy? I was like, have you seen this hue, Shelby? Glistening right now with this sun. This hue is... Yes,
you are a literal chocolate guy, but I'm saying...
That's what I wanted to hear?
Yes.
No, I do enjoy a good chocolate, and I'm like DK. I'm a big gummy guy.
A big gummy guy, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Sour Patch Kids on deck right now, post-workout.
Wow.
I live my raps.
Okay, wait,
HBU,
hold on. Okay. So talk to me here. You're a workout guy, you're doing the gummies. Okay, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, you're telling me that you don't keep track of how many grams of protein that you're having, or like...
Yeah, I do. Like I have the app. And that's why I wanted to know DK's is DK in a calorie deficit? Because if he eats like 4, because the average is 2,100, so minus 500 the calorie deficit. So I'm like what, in 19 at the moment. So DK, if he has a 4,000, he probably is at 3,500. So he can kind of get away with it. I think that's the part that he's kind of leaving out. But the gym geeks are kind of doing the math okay, he can actually pull this up. And again, it's the glycogen. It's all of that he's getting in and exerting the energy during those workouts. So it actually helps him.
Dude,
take that, Atkins.
But how do you not? How can you possibly be building the muscles with no protein, though? I mean, it's just sugar. That's all it is. It's just sugar.
And he probably has the protein in between that. I don't know. I'm gonna need a little more. DK Metcalf, you got to tell us the potion.
How is he doing? This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I got to figure this out, man. And when they say he has one meal, is his one meal literally 500 grams of 500 grams of protein? You know?
He's eating a zebra.
He just straight up eats an entire flank of a cow
that he hunted himself.
And that's his one meal? I don't think so, man. All right, I tell you what, we're going to give you a Dodgers update on the back of this break here. You're listening to the James Koh Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you. Here with you until the top of the 10 o'clock hour. Let's go. By the way, the Dodgers, they just wrapped up their game against the New York Yankees. Roki Sasaki, man, welcome back to the world of the living. Hello, hello. We will get you post-game sound as soon as it becomes available, but the Dodgers won their first game of a 3-game set against the Yankees, 2-1. So back to their winning ways are the Los Angeles Dodgers. Roki Sasaki, as I mentioned, had a fantastic game. Pitched 5 2/3 with just 5 hits, 1 walk, and 1 run. No earned runs, though. And he struck out 5 as well. And the velocity was so good. He was throwing over 100 miles an hour. Velocity was looking great. They were talking on the broadcast a lot about him and the tipping of pitches and how they kind of sort of are trying to combat that, okay? So obviously that must have worked. Jack Dreyer came in relief, pitched an inning and a third, got a couple of strikeouts. Alex Vesia got in there for an inning, and then Tanner Scott shut the door. Came in the ninth, got a strikeout, closed it up. Wrap it up. Dodgers now. I believe this was their 62nd win on the season. Y'all have heard of the curse of 100, right? For the Dodgers. Like they apparently just, once they get to 100 wins, they can't win a championship. I don't know if that's going to hold true this year. That would be crazy if it did. It's a very different environment now for the Dodgers, mostly because, again, you take a look at their pitching staff and, it's just different. It's just different, man. I don't know. I believe. I think, I tell you what, I think if they go and win, 105 games or whatever it is, I still think I'm not that worried about the 100 game curse or 100 win curse. We'll see. We'll see. But the Dodgers win tonight. You talk about Shohei Ohtani and getting that injection, a little lubricant in the knee. Who doesn't need a little lubricant in the knee every now and again, Lord knows, I need some lubricant in the lower back. That'd be nice.
A little creaky.
A little creaky. I'm feeling a little glass now-ish. No spasms, though. Shohei Ohtani, 0 for 4 at the dish. Andy Pages, 1 for 4. Freddie Freeman, 0 for 4. So a big win for L.A. considering, Shohei, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts did not record a hit either. That's pretty wild, actually. Almost all of their production came at the bottom of the lineup. But Shohei, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts went hitless today. 11 at-bats between the three of them, no hits. And they still pull off a close win. Pretty good. Although I will say, look, the Dodgers are... they have relied on these come-from-behind wins a lot. At some point, that's got to stop. The number of come-from-behind victories that the Dodgers have is, first of all, it's a testament to their, to their intestinal fortitude. But that is a tough way to live. That's a tough way to live. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Roki Sasaki had a great game. The hitting, not so much, but they did just enough. Max Muncy was the difference maker. 2-run shot. 2-run shot in the top of the 7th. That's the difference. Pretty good overall. By the way, I did look this up. Okay. Skittles, a bag of Skittle gummies are about, and I'm assuming he's talking about the bigger bag, not like those handheld bags. 540 calories for those bigger bags. If he has 4 of them, that's 2,100 calories. So 2,100 calories of just straight up sugar. How? How is he doing this? Can he share his genetic makeup with the rest of the world? If we can figure out this guy's genetic makeup, dude, we would cure a lot of problems. That's amazing. 2,100 calories of just pure sugar, nothing else. I mean, no sodium, no fat, no vitamins, nothing. Just straight up sugar. Incredible. No protein. He's just out here with a bag of Skittle gummies and water and just living. And making millions by being a ridiculously high-level athlete. In the NFL, which is a world of high-level athletes, DK Metcalf is like near the top in terms of being athletic. It's crazy. How is he doing this? I don't get it. I need to know, what is the secrets here? How much protein is he having in this one meal that he has? He says he has one meal, one coffee, and 4 bags of candy every day. The hell?
Diabetes.
The hell? How's he doing this, man? How is he doing this? I don't get it. It makes no sense whatsoever. Going back to the basketball side, it's the power of LeBron. It is the power of LeBron, honestly. Adam Silver admits that the league is literally waiting on LeBron James before they can finalize their schedule. He went on to say teams, cities, television networks, they're asking. They want a final answer here. Because wherever he ends up going, that's going to be must-watch television. That's wild. Adam Silver said the league and its media partners cannot finalize key dates on the 2026-27 season until they know where LeBron James is playing. He said, quote, "Where LeBron plays will affect the schedule." This is Adam Silver talking at the CNBC Sports and Boardroom Game Plan Summit on Thursday. He goes on to say, quote, "I would like him to make his announcement so we can finish the schedule. Because as you might imagine, the teams are calling us. The networks are calling us. Everybody wants to lock in the schedule, but it will influence how we set the schedule, how we set opening week, Christmas Day, etc., etc. So he says, so I need him to make a decision." That's incredible. You think about the 4 teams that he has laid out in front of him here. Philadelphia, Cleveland, Miami, Golden State. If we are ranking the TV draw of these 4, how are we ranking this? And you know what? As a matter of fact, let me take number 1 off the table. Golden State. If he goes to Golden State, they're going to be on TV like 40 times. You know what I mean? Like definitely Christmas. They're going to be playing the Lakers on Christmas. Lock it up. The first game of the schedule will be some kind of LeBron Golden State game. A bunch of games on TV in primetime. A bunch of games on Amazon. A bunch of games on NBC Peacock. I don't know, man. Like, Golden State is far and away the most attractive when we're talking about TV draw. And it's like funny, too, because it's just all the old guys, you know? And the funny part about, actually, the funny part about if he ends up in Golden State and they play like, you know, like I said, minimum, there's going to be 30 of their games on national. Minimum. But the funniest part about that is that there's going to be so much load management because they're old. They are so old. There is going to be so much load management. How many of those 30 games that are going to be on the national scene, like how many of those are they going to even play? Is Adam Silver going to have to like literally go down to the Chase Center and be like, listen, y'all need to be playing. If y'all don't play, we're going to have issues. Y'all don't want to have this whole Clippers Kawhi situation going on up here in Golden State. Now, you guys need to play now. That's crazy, man. Absolutely insane. Okay, so Golden State is 1. How do we rank 2, 3, and 4? How do we rank 2, 3, and 4? Philadelphia, Cleveland, Miami. Miami's got Giannis, so that's a draw, but no one else. But still, really interesting. Cleveland has Donovan Mitchell. It's got James Harden, and then it would have LeBron. And then it's also the storyline of the homecoming, right? Good storyline. Good storyline in Cleveland. That's not bad either. And then Philadelphia, look, Philadelphia's got a lot of great players, right? Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid are their most marketable players. But honestly, truly, Maxey might be their best player. Even if LeBron goes there, Maxey might be their best player, like legit. And I love their young guy in VJ Edgecombe as well. So I'm going to say Philadelphia is last. I'm going to say of those four, Philadelphia is last. Golden State is 1. Cleveland, Miami. Oh. You know what? I'm going to say Cleveland 2, Miami 3. And I'm going to say Cleveland 2 because I think if they show a lot of home games, Kane, I think the home crowd will be pretty raucous. I think the hometown energy of having LeBron in the building in Cleveland, I think the Cleveland fans would help carry that broadcast. So I think it will be Golden State, Cleveland, Miami, Philly. I don't know. What do you think?
Cleveland, I mean, the East just seems like it's easier.
Well, let me just say this. We're in agreement that Golden State is 1. That's the most marketable.
Yes.
Correct. And are we in agreement that Philadelphia is number 4 just in terms of marketability?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Philly's number 4.
I mean, just because of Philly, but basketball-wise, and I think even more marketability-wise actually is Cleveland because he comes home for the third time.
The third time, baby.
But you can always come back home.
Yeah.
Who says you can't go home? I
Right.
can already see the commercials. Home is where the heart is. Well,
Nike's going to go crazy, dude.
La Heart is in La Cleveland. We're back to get it one more time.
Yeah.
And the East is easier to get to the finals.
It's
the easier pathway.
It is.
Even though there's been some shakeup in the East, it's been amongst each other. Like no one's come from the West to do anything. It's just been the Atlantic Division for the most part swapping like players, like 3-card Monty.
Right, because again, you've got Giannis going from Milwaukee to Miami, and then you've got Jaylen Brown going from Boston to Philadelphia. One of the game changers is put on ice, and we're talking about Kawhi going from LA to Toronto. And yeah, man, and like that, it feels the longer the time goes by, the more it feels like his contract is going to get rescinded, and then that deal is off. And then what happens? You know what I said on yesterday's show, Kane? You weren't here. Or I should say we weren't on each other's show. But again, this is the unofficial show of conspiracy theories, right? It's the unofficial show of conspiracy theories is the James Coe Show. If you want to be a part of it, if you want to give me, you know what? As a matter of fact, call me 855-97 LA fan. Give me your best NBA or NFL or Major League Baseball conspiracy theory, because this is the show of conspiracy theories. My conspiracy theory in regards to Kawhi Leonard is that his contract will be voided. So the trade is now off. The Clippers cannot sign him. Right? There's already precedence for that. I remember, Kane, you were talking about Joe Smith. He couldn't re-sign with Minnesota. So the Clippers will not be allowed to re-sign Kawhi Leonard. But he loves LA. He loves LA. LA still has not used their MLE. The Lakers signed Kawhi to their MLE because Kawhi loves LA. Dude, my guy Kawhi won a title in Toronto and was like, nah, dog, I'm out. Like, no consideration at all. Literally zero consideration to stay in Toronto. I mean, you could also say he had zero consideration to stay in Toronto because of aspiration and illegal shady dealings, but whatever, regardless.
Left the maple leaf trees for the palm trees.
He's like, all right, I'm out. I need to go back home. I need to go back to L.A. So again, the Clippers, that's my conspiracy theory, is that Kawhi will not, his contract's going to get canceled out. Kawhi doesn't want to leave L.A., so he ends up signing with the Lakers, filling a gigantic need. They need perimeter defense. It's Kawhi Leonard, y'all. Dang. How insane and crazy would that be? Steve Ballmer would lose it. Can you imagine? Ballmer looking at Kawhi going across the street? He would lose it.
They don't even have that many toilets at Crypto like they do at Intuit. Will be Steve Ballmer screaming about. They don't even have that many toilets.
Steve Ballmer's the best.
There are a lot of toilets at Intuit, by the way.
I've never been to Intuit. I heard it's a nice place, though.
Yeah, man. I mean, you have to give up like your entire like biometrics and your soul and whatnot to get your face scanned in there.
Okay, good. God.
Other than that, though, man, it's worth it, though, brother.
It's like, look, I get everyone wants to be Facebook now, you know? It's like everyone's got to give up their entire soul, their entire online footprint to go anywhere. It's like, dude, they're doing this at Disneyland now. You have to scan your face at Disneyland. Why do I need to scan my face, dog? Don't even, I'll do it because I'm an idiot. And I don't care about my online privacy now, I guess.
Well, it's a small world after all, so they need to know who you are.
The bottom line is, look, we've already done it. It's like, what battle am I really picking here? I can complain about it all I want, but it's like, I've already lost the battle.
They got it. They just want confirmation.
It's like, they already have all the things. But why does Disneyland need my face? Like, why? What are y'all doing with it? I know what you're doing. You're going to sell it. I get it. You're going to take my fingerprint. You're going to sell that too. Okay.
Maybe inspiration for the next Disney movie.
It just seems so, it's just so out of bounds now, dude.
You got Moana. You can have Koana.
Why are you guys taking my facial feel? Like what? Okay. I don't know. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, I would rank the TV draw. It's Golden State, it's Cleveland, it's Miami, it's Philadelphia. I don't know. Everyone's so, everyone's so down on LeBron. Everyone's so sarcastic when it comes to LeBron. And some of it's obviously well-deserved. But it's definitely like a 10 out of 10, But it's funny to think about, like, do you think that the TV draw and appeal matter to LeBron in his decision-making process? Wouldn't that be, I don't know. I feel like we're going too far there, but maybe it is. Maybe he's like, hey, man, I can help my brand a lot by going to Golden State. I can help my brand a lot by going to Cleveland or whatever it is, So, I don't know. I do find it really, It's interesting.
And he does a live podcast of the Barbershop Show to talk at Fanatics Fest, and he's like, edging on the crowd and seeing what he wants to do. Obviously, at this point, I think he's going to wait till after the World Cup. Because I think maybe
is that what we're waiting on?
Yeah.
It's got to get the full news cycle.
We work in sports ball media stuff.
Yes,
we know like the worst time to make an announcement is actually a Friday.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, so you can't do it Friday.
You want to do it that Monday, so it bleeds throughout the week.
World Cup.
And doing it after the World Cup, and LeBron can kind of see how much star power he has if he can conquer whatever happens between Spain and VA Argentina, and if Messi is going to shower with Lamine Yamal after the game to throw it back to old baby washing photos.
Which is crazy. Crazy. How is that even, how is that a real thing? Like,
they different in Argentina.
That's wild.
But how insane would it have been if there was like a photo of like Michael Jordan bathing baby LeBron
or something,
Like after he defeated the Cavaliers and shot a 3 in Mark Price's face.
Yeah, just right in your face.
He just goes to Akron and bathes LeBron and anoints him.
Amazing. But that's incredible. Like, I can't believe that's a real thing that happened. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Like, he couldn't get like a signed jersey. Like the family of Lamine Yamal couldn't get like a signed jersey.
You know?
No, instead we're gonna bathe your son.
I want to say hello to the YouTube side of everybody here. Wayne Mulholland is out there. What's cracking, man? How you doing? David Horse, 800 is in the chat doing the thing, man. I appreciate you. Dude, there is a guy in the chat that says, "What's up, James?" His screen name is Swung at Ball 4, which is a great screen name. But what's up, James? We had a class at Berkeley together. What the hell class did we have? I mean, like, that does not narrow it down. My Econ 1 class had 800 people in it. And also, how would you possibly have remembered me from a class at Berkeley? I didn't go to class. Like, what? How could you have possibly remembered me at Berkeley from, like, I'm not saying from Berkeley because I was very, like, you know, active in the Berkeley scene, but I didn't go to class. I almost failed out. Like, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this one out.
Maybe he caught you at a kegger.
Maybe. But see, he's saying he knows me from a class at Berkeley, which I find to be very sus. Like, there's no way. Brother, I don't remember me from class. Like, I don't remember the classes I took. I remember almost failing out of, like, a stats class. I legitimately don't. Dude, guys, I legitimately don't remember the classes I took at Cal. I had like a 2.9 GPA or something.
Sounds passing to me.
It's 100% a passing grade for sure. I had to take some GPA boosters though. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they have them classes at, like at all schools, they have them like GPA booster classes. You know what I'm saying? They have those. I don't know. What class? What class could it have possibly been, bro? I didn't go to class. If you said something along the lines of, I remember you from the basketball court, okay, then now we're cooking. If you said something along the lines of, I was in your fraternity, okay, now we're cooking. I get it. All right, then I get it. But from class? Yeah, I don't know, man. Wayne Mulholland says, from your mouth to God's ears, James. I think this is in regards to the Kawhi Leonard to the Lakers. Just crazy off, like absolutely no sources, nothing, just spitballing here. Straight conspiracy theory style. Let's go. We got to step away. When we come back, we will effort some post-game sound from the Dodgers' victory over the New York Yankees. That is potentially coming up next right here on the James Koh Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo! What is cracking, Los Angeles? It's your boy. It's James Coe. On a beautiful Friday night. We're going to take you all the way to the 10 o'clock hour. It's my guy, super producer Kane, behind the glass. We are, what are we? We're about halfway through the show now. No, not even. About an hour and a half in, man. It's pretty good. Now, the Dodgers have gone on to win. Kane. The Dodgers have won.
Dodger baseball.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Are we efforting audio?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. No, certainly one of the plays of the game was Mookie Betts making a defensive play. Do we got that, Kane?
We are efforting Mookie Betts.
Okay, we're efforting. All right, okay, here we go. Anyways, regardless, we were talking earlier about first of all, we were talking about DK Metcalf and his candies. This is a question I'll just throw out to people, man. Like, what are the top 3 candies? And when you say candies, it's like funny because top 3 candies are kind of like your top 3 cereals. They're all good. Maybe it's just me being a big bag. I don't know. But I feel like, is there such a thing as a bad candy? Is there such a thing as bad candy? I don't know. My top 3 candies, and I know this is going to be very controversial, I really like Mounds. For some reason, people don't like the almond. Or no, excuse me, they don't like the coconut. Which I don't get. I love it. We got chocolate, we got coconut, we got an almond in there. We're good. We've hit all the bases. This is good. This is good. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, number 2 for me. And then at number 3, I used to not be a Snickers guy, but for whatever reason, I like the Snickers now. So maybe that's number 3. Maybe that's too boring. You know what? Let me go back and think about this. But I know Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are number 2 for me. Mountain's number 1. Very controversial. I get it. Okay. Like I said, we've killed enough time. All right? Listen. The Dodgers have beat the New York Yankees.
Dodger baseball.
Critical play in this one. 2 critical plays. One was the 2-run home run by Max Muncy. But number 2 was this beautiful defensive gem by Mookie Betts.
Make it look like Muncy's ball. There it's fly to deep right center field. Off the wall. Right to Pages, whose throw tails on him. Betts goes offline to catch it. To the plate. They got him. What a play by Mookie Betts. Betts went a mile to corral the throw from Pages and then put it on a dime at home.
That was an incredible play by Mookie Betts. I mean, had the wherewithal to take that throw and then take it home. And the throw was just perfect. Perfect throw by Mookie. And despite all of his, in the early portion of the season, when he was really struggling with the bat, it was his glove that carried him. Oh, he did make that error to destroy a perfect game, which, oh boy. Okay, we'll ignore that one. Other than that, his glove has been incredible. And dare say impeccable. Other than that, he's been great. And that right there, maybe potentially was the game-saving play for tonight for the Dodgers. Because, again, if that run comes across, it's a tie game, and it's a tie game with a runner on second. So, game-altering, game-saving play for Mookie Betts. It was beautiful. We'll give you an update here in regards to the Detroit Tigers. They're on the road. They are playing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And by the way, this series is very important for the Tigers. Very important. They have been surging as of late, but shoot, the Angels right now, they lead 1-0 in the top of the 4th. The reason why I say this is an important series for Detroit, and shoot, it might be a more important series for the suitors of Tariq Skubal. Because, again, they have been surging somewhat. They're 44-52 right now. And so a lot of folks are not thinking, hey, like they have a chance. But if they start racking up a bunch of wins, they'll be back in it. As a matter of fact, they have been on a crazy, crazy hot streak. They're 9-3 over their last 12 games. 9-3 over the last 12 games. If they start spiraling, I tell you what, if you're a Dodgers fan and you want Scooble, you should turn into an Angels fan for the next 3 days. If the Angels can go out there and somehow sweep Detroit, Detroit will be much more motivated to move on from Scooble. Now, will the Dodgers step in there and offer the King's ransom that apparently that Detroit is asking for, which, by the way, that's, to me, classic posturing? I think if you give them a pretty fair offer, they'll be almost forced to take it because, again, I don't think they can, if they start sliding completely out of this thing, they cannot risk having Scooble on their roster by the end of the year. They can't do it. He's going to most likely walk. And Detroit gets nothing. Unless Detroit is honestly saying to themselves, you know what? We are willing to re-sign this guy. He's a Scott Boras dude. Actually, let me double check that. I'm pretty sure he's a Scott Boras guy. But if he's a Scott Boras guy, you know that they're going to ask for maximum dollars. Yes, he's a Scott Boras guy, by the way. So Scooble's agent is Scott Boras. Can the Tigers afford Scooble? I don't know. But maybe they're willing to shell it out. We'll see. But again, if you're a Dodgers fan, I tell you what, if you're a Braves fan, I think the Braves actually make the strongest pitch to go get Scooble. Because they're right at the top, and if they want to beat the Dodgers, they got to get arms. And a 1-2 combo of Sale and Scooble is pretty nasty. Because with the shortened rotation in the postseason, yeah, they could challenge the Dodger arms for sure. You know what? I tell you what, we have Dave Roberts' sound. I want to get to that, but I don't want to get to it because we're right this second, because we're right up against it. Let me take a break. We'll take a break early, and when we come back, we're going to hear from Dave Roberts following the Dodgers' dramatic win, 2-1 over the Yankees. You're listening to the James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan. What is cracking Los Angeles? It's your boy James Coe. Dodgers win 2-1. And the 2 runs came on a 2-run blast from Max Muncy in the 7th inning. Another come-from-behind victory for the L.A. Dodgers. Here is Max Muncy talking with Sportsnet LA postgame.
Max, before we talk about you getting things done on both sides of the ball, we have to talk about that play from Andy, then to Mookie, then, of course, to Dalton to keep it a 1-run game. When you look at just how perfectly executed that play was, how would you describe it or put it to words?
It was great. Almost perfection. We could have, Andy could have made a little more online throw, but he got it in quick. That was the big thing. Gave Mookie a chance, and obviously the throw from Mook on the run, the tag from Dalton, just all almost perfection.
We always know something's going to happen when these two teams come together, but if we go just to your at-bat, the 2-run homer against Garrett Cole, felt like he was going to come out of the game ahead of your at-bat, but ultimately he stayed in there, you made him battle. What were you looking for, just fouling off those pitches, looking to get that swing?
Just trying to get something up in the zone. He was locating really well tonight. I felt like I had missed the slider the first 2 at-bats, thought I had a good one to hit, and I popped it up, and he finally left one over the plate, and I was able to put it where I wanted.
You obviously are coming off the All-Star game, so you were able to keep your bat moving during this All-Star break. But for you, that swing, when you crush the ball like that, what does it say to you just to where you're at now on this back third of the season?
Hopefully it says I'm in a good spot. It's a little too early to tell, but the swing felt great. The result was better, and gave us a chance to win.
Hey, before I let you go, Roki Sasaki hitting triple digits multiple times. What did you just see from him on the mound tonight?
He looked great. He looked really, really good. He pitched an unbelievable game. Gave us a good chance to win, and that's really all you can ask for.
Max, of course, it's an exciting start to the second half of the season, but congratulations on this win tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, good stuff. 2-1. The Dodgers win a close one against the New York Yankees. The Bats, they really didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Like I said, man, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts, they went hitless across 11 ABs, and yet, the Dodgers find a way to win. Seemingly always finding a way to win. The Dodgers right now, it's a great start to their second half, clearly, obviously. If you guys want to talk about the Dodgers, by all means. If you want to talk about the Lakers, let's do that too. 855-97-LA-FAN. Again, that's 855-97-LA-FAN. Where do the Dodgers finish in terms of total wins this season? And do they break... If you think they're going to win 100 games, which I would be absolutely floored, stunned, shocked if they don't win 100-plus games, do they break the 100-game curse this year? Of their multiple titles that they have won in recent years, none have come when they have won 100 games. Interesting. We could certainly do a deeper dive into that, but right now there's a lot of... kind of sort of like online thought that it's a little bit of a 100-win curse. That if the Blue win 100 games, man, for whatever reason, they can't win the title. Maybe it's because they take their feet off the gas. Maybe it's because they don't play meaningful games down the stretch. I think there's something to all of that. When you are just blowing out your division and you absolutely are, again, going into the postseason, it becomes a little bit of a mental grind to then just kind of sort of fast forward the season. You know what I mean? And I do think there is something to that, where the Dodgers, I think, have played better when they've played meaningful games down the stretch. But we'll see. We'll see. Switching over to basketball, Adam Sandler is an absolute legend. If y'all don't know, Adam Sandler routinely plays basketball here in the LA area all the time. He plays at like Pauley, he plays in like playgrounds. He loves playing hoops. As a matter of fact, he's been a hooper for like his whole life. When he signed a deal, I forgot who it was with. Was it with Sony? He signed some kind of exclusivity deal with one of the major movie houses here in Los Angeles. And when he signed that multi-film agreement, part of his contract said that he had to have a basketball hoop available to him at all times. So they built a basketball hoop like on the studios, on the grounds of the studios. Like that's how much Adam Sandler loves playing ball. And it feels like everyone in LA has got some kind of Adam Sandler. I saw Adam Sandler playing ball story, you know? And he goes out there, man, like he is full on unk mode. Like he cannot, he can barely move, bro. But dude, he is still hooping. Adam Sandler is still hooping. But you know what is hilarious is that he's out east and Adam Sandler was looking for a place to play ball. Get this. The 59-year-old Adam Sandler was so thirsting to play hoops, the guy called the police department to find where a nearby basketball park was.
July 5, 2026, 17:36:52.
Nantucket Public Safety, this line is recorded.
Hi, how are you? I'm visiting your island right now, and I was wondering if you could answer a question. I like to play basketball. Is there any outdoor courts where people play?
Off the top of my head, there's only one I can think of that's outside, and I'm not even sure if it's available to the public right now, but it's behind the Muse on Bacchus Lane.
Okay, thank you. I'll check it out.
All right, you're welcome. All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely incredible. Adam Sandler called the Nantucket Police Department to figure out where there were hoopers. By the way, like I saw online, like everyone's like, dude, you could just Google this. You can't. You can't Google where the hoopers are playing. You see what I'm saying? You can Google where there's a park, but he wants to play competitive basketball. That's Adam Sandler's thing. If he just wanted to shoot around, obviously he could just Google that. No, if you listen to the quote, he's asking this police officer, where do people play basketball? Like he is searching for the Nantucket Hoopers. What? First of all, why would the police know this? Kane, why would the police, of all the things that I would like, of all the resources that I would think of? I mean, and again, Adam Sandler's 59 years old. He has never been more unk status than him calling the police to figure out where the hell the Hoopers are at in Nantucket.
I mean, the police shoot a lot of things, so including hoops. They shoot hoops.
I don't think I guarantee you in Nantucket, it's not like that, bro.
They shoot back shots. They party on Nantucket.
It's not like that, dude.
They party. I mean, kudos to the cop for getting the bit and being like,
No, he really thought about that.
Yeah,
he's like, you know what? Let me think about that, dude.
I mean, just listen to him. Here we go.
I like to play basketball. Is there any outdoor courts where people play?
That's real thought.
That is. When you blow the raspberries, you are really thinking about this thing here. That's great, dude. That's fantastic. Are there any outdoor courts where people play? Adam Sandler, absolute legend. But again, he's never been more unk than he is right there.
I mean,
that's about as boomer as it gets, dude.
You know what, though? But I kind of respect it because it's kind of like Google won't tell everything. Like sometimes you got to go to the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go to any place, it's like, yo, where do you really party at? Like when you go to vacation, it's like, all right, like where's the real action at?
Right. Where's the real action at? You know who I'm not calling? The police, bro. I ain't calling the police, dude. By the way, this is two ethnic people talking about calling the police. It ain't happening, dog.
I wouldn't know that. It wouldn't even cross my mind
Never,
once.
not a one time, dog.
Let me call 311 public safety.
I am not thinking about calling the police for any reason, dude. I'm so freaked out. I'd be so freaked out that they like trace my call and like try to find me for whatever reason.
Exactly. That they finna pull up to it.
You know?
Yeah, sure. Meet us here at this court at 6:30.
Yeah, this guy sounds shady. Track his phone number. I'd be so paranoid, bro. Like, I'm not calling the police. Oh my goodness gracious! But you know, like I said, that was straight grandpa status right there. Like the things that you're like, you know, the grandpa, like the boomers do. Like they be calling the police for whatever reason. Like, why are you calling the police, bro? And I get it. Like, you can't Google that. Like, you cannot Google that. You can't Google like where the Hoopers at. Maybe you can. Maybe there's like some like Nantucket Reddit or something. I feel like there's something like Reddit's got everything, right?
Where are all the Hoopers of Nantucket Island? Where they at? You know that's the most four corners offense basketball. Pete Carell, Princeton.
100%.
Motion.
You better give me that backdoor cut now. Get that backdoor cut going.
Wait for the screen.
Okay.
Wait for the screen.
Cut. Where is my high pick and roll situation with the backdoor cut? Where is that?
And you know they're all hooping in Chuck Taylors.
I mean, dude, come on, bro. No, I mean, again, it might be like r/Nantucket Hoopers. There might be an r/Nantucket Hoopers.
Nantucket? You mean Nan Buckets?
Nan Buckets. Let's go.
That's the Reddit.
Nan Buckets. That's the Reddit, dude. It's Nan Buckets, dude.
I think we have to do a live remote from Nantucket.
I need to know, man.
Andrew, I know PD Andrew's listening right now. Let's set it up. We get the sister Odyssey station in Boston.
Yeah. What is it, WEEI out there?
WEEI.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
We can set this up.
We'll get that going, bro.
Nan Buckets.
Nan Buckets. Man, if they don't have a basketball tournament out there called Nan Buckets, that's a huge, huge miss. That's a huge whiff on their part, man. Nan Buckets would be that would be like, you know, that's like one of that should be one of the premier high school basketball tournaments in the nation. Is the Nan Buckets tournament. Dude. But again, like that is straight unk status, man. That's like so boomer right there to like just call the police to try to find out where people are hooping. I don't know. Like the thing is too, Adam Sandler's so famous, bro, just put it on Instagram. As a matter, you know what you need? If I'm Adam Sandler, I would do it like these Instagram hoopers. You've seen these social media hoopers, right? Where they just post up. They're like, all right, I'm going to be at this park at this time on this day. Pull up.
But see, here's the thing. Adam Sandler is famous.
Right.
He's like actually famous, so he can't do that.
But that's the thing though. Like you can. It's you're in Nantucket. It's not like people are going to be driving from. Like where are they going to be driving from?
They're going to take their yachts across the river, go to the island.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like somebody from New York is going to be like, okay, let me just try to jump on this. Like I don't even know what they take, like ferries or something. Like let me just take this ferry right quick to Nantucket. Nah, like that's why. Like if I'm Adam Sandler, does he even have an IG? Maybe he doesn't even have an IG. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he doesn't have social media. We're going to investigate this. As a matter of fact, we're going to investigate this in the break. When we come back, we'll tell you whether or not Adam Sandler has an IG. You're listening to the James Koh Show on the new 97.1 The Fan. What is cracking, Los Angeles? James Coe here with you tonight. Having fun, taking your calls. 855-97-LA-FAN. Again, that's 855-97-LA-FAN. The Dodgers win 2-1.
Dodger baseball.
Yeah! Beautiful game. Come from behind victory for the Dodgers as Max Muncy clubbed out a 2-run shot in the 7th inning to give them a 2-1 edge, an edge that they would hold on to. Tanner Scott with the save. Now, one of the big plays in this one, beyond the Max Muncy home run, was a play at the dish where Mookie Betts made a beautiful defensive play, throwing it home and preserving the 1-run edge and getting the Dodgers out of the inning. It was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Who was the catcher? Well, of course, it was Dalton Rushing. Here he is postgame.
Dalton, let's start with Roki. Just what he was able to do on the mound tonight, the composure that he had. How would you just describe how he was executing his pitches?
Yeah, he didn't give up a single run tonight. And, giving up that one in the 5th, 6th, whatever inning it was, I try to forget about it. He was lights out. He was really good. It was about as quality as we've seen him this year. Against offense, it's pretty good. Obviously, they have a few guys out, but that's a good offense regardless. So that's a strong showing for Roki. It's a good bounce back, and looking forward to continuing getting better. And he gave us a chance to win the game tonight. Obviously, Muncy, big swing of the bat. It changed the game a little bit, and bullpen came in, did their job, and won the ballgame for
He
us.
talked about making a few adjustments that he believes can lead to just this continued success. Was there something that stood out to you, though, just whether it was him on the mound or even how he was executing?
I just go back to the conviction that he has. Like watching him compete on the mound, there was a little bit different of an animal out there tonight. You could see it. He was getting fired up in the 2nd, 3rd inning, and that's not something we've seen much out of Roki up to this point. But we know he needs that to succeed at this level. So it's a positive piece moving forward, and glad we had a great one out of him tonight. Looked forward to doing it again tomorrow.
Do you think that comes from the velocity being up a little bit more, or do you think that made the confidence fuels the velocity?
Velo comes more with confidence. Everything in this game comes with confidence. So. You go 4 for 4, you're going to feel pretty confident the next day. You strike out the side, you're going to feel pretty confident the next inning, That's kind of the way I look at it, and as long as I can keep that confidence in him, I think we'll be really good.
So, again, a good effort from the Dodgers on both sides. A 2-run shot from Max Muncy gave him the edge, and then, again, as you heard from Max Muncy there, a really good play from Andy Pages to play that ball off the wall, throws it into Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts then, again, makes a great defensive play to get it home. Great throw, really accurate. And an inaccurate throw, maybe that run scores and they tie that game up. Good game overall, really fun and really exciting to see. I believe we've got Dave Roberts as well. We do. Okay, so let's hear from Dave Roberts postgame.
Dave, just Roki Sasaki. For him, not only just getting triple digits multiple times to see the command that he had, how impressed were you with his performance tonight?
Very impressive. The velocity was up. He dialed it up. It sort of reminded me of when Yamamoto was here a couple years ago, and that performance he put out, and the velocity, everything ticked up. And tonight he was. You could see the focus, and I think that it's one of those things where he wanted to, get off on the right foot in the second half, and he did just that.
For Yoshi, that performance that you mentioned a few years ago, that was a turning point for him. Do you think this one can be a turning point for Roki?
I hope so. It's a good team over there. and on the road, and to battle his emotions and go out there and put forth that effort that he did tonight was fun to watch. And so hopefully he continues to build on that, and keeps getting him confidence.
What different of a guy is he when he's 100, 101 as opposed to 97, 98?
It's a big difference, and you just don't know if 101, 102 is going to be out there every start, but it certainly gives you a lot more margin. But even with that, his split command was really good. He got a lot of swing and miss with it.
Do you have a sense of how repeatable the adjustments he made before this will be for him?
I guess time will tell. I guess it's in that bucket. I know that he did a lot of work over the break and really looked forward to this start right here. So, like I said, hopefully it's something he can keep building on.
Did you have a sense he was going to come out throwing like that, or when you saw like 102 on the board in the first inning, was that kind of a surprise?
I got a big smile on my face when I saw 102. So you didn't know. I didn't know what we were going to get from him, given the first start from the break. But after that first inning, or during that first inning, it was pretty exciting.
All right, so there you go. That was Dave Roberts on Roki Sasaki. Meanwhile, and by the way, he did look great. It wasn't just the velocity; it was the command, it was the confidence. And Roki postgame too had talked about all the time off during the All-Star break was well needed and well received. So he came back with a different kind of fire today. He looked really, really good. And again, the velocity, I think, especially after that break. I've got a thought on this too. I just wonder, do they start pushing back his starts a little bit? Give him a little bit of extra time to kind of sort of get acclimated and get that velocity back, and to be able to sustain that velocity and that comfort level. I don't know. Like I said, I think it would be really interesting to see. Meanwhile, Max Muncy was the difference maker offensively, obviously, with that 2-run shot. And that power surge, by the way, is a welcome sight. Max Muncy, in his first 50-some-odd games, had 14 home runs, but he's cooled considerably. Over his last 36 games, he has just 3 home runs, right? And if you were to play that out, that is that's a 13 home run pace, which is, again, not very good. He was incredibly efficient, and the OPS and the home run numbers were flowing over the first 50 games. Maybe this All-Star break was important for Max Muncy too. Here's Dave Roberts talking about Max.
That to come back and hit that home run.
It was great. It was a tough decision for Booney, and obviously you're thinking about going to the pen, or do you let your ace go after Max and Tucker, and Max spoiled some good pitches and then got a pitch in his wheelhouse and put a good swing on it. But good ball game, and even that relay from Andy to Mookie, redirecting and made a great throw, and rushing right there made a great tag. So good baseball play.
So just to reiterate, Max Muncy has just 1 home run over his last 24 games. So this was just his second home run in his last 25 games. Just to kind of sort of put in perspective where that power has gone over the last month or so, right? So again, a welcome sight for Dodger fans to see Max Muncy find that power stroke, especially in a clutch spot there in that 7th inning, man. That was huge. That was awesome to see. And you know what? I'll say this too. When Max Muncy watched that thing go, he gave it an extra beat now. He gave that thing a little extra beat. I'd love to ask him, was he exercising some demons right there? Because I tell you what, these guys know more than anybody else where they are struggling or when they're not struggling, if they're hitting the ball well and they're not hitting the ball well, man. Max Muncy, over his last 24 games prior to tonight, had just 1 home run and was hitting .225 over that stretch as well. Again, that's a little bit of a ways to go, man. 24 games leading into the All-Star break, and then coming out of the All-Star break, my guy hits a clutch 2-run shot. And he gave it an extra beat, man. Like I'm telling you, go watch that replay, man. Like he absolutely just, it looked like and it felt like he was exercising some demons, man. So can he build on that moving forward? Wouldn't that be scary, man? By the way, all that sound was via Sportsnet LA. So, post-game audio there from Sportsnet LA. Really interesting thought and a welcome sight for Roki supporters and Dodger fans. A welcome sight from Max Muncy supporters and Dodger fans. And we just keep talking about it. They got unexpected production from unexpected bats in the early portion of the season. Guys like Kyle Tucker obviously have been a huge disappointment. He did hit the ball, I think, better today, did Kyle Tucker. Mookie Betts didn't get a hit, but he did score a run. He was on base when Max Muncy unloaded. And I tell you, ever since he's gotten into that cleanup spot, it's just different now. It's just different. How different is the game of baseball just in general, man? We talk about this a lot with NBA basketball, but MLB baseball too. 10 years ago, how wonky and weird would it have looked with this giant hulking dude, Shohei Ohtani, hitting leadoff and Mookie hitting cleanup? Like 2005 Joe Torre's brain would have absolutely exploded. Do you know what I'm saying? That's weird. Like, the game has changed, man.
I mean, when they unfreeze Ted Williams' head and he sees that,
oh, it's over.
He might just melt.
We're gonna have to put him into an AI data center and like preserve the brains. So I don't know.
Just wait till he sees. He's like, well, Shohei should be the cleanup, and the speedster Mookie should.
Actually, I feel like Ted Williams is not the right guy though, because like. Ted Williams, when we start talking about, a Japanese dude like hitting leadoff, like I feel like he'd be like, you know what, put me back to sleep, bro.
Per his army time.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What war he served in. That's right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he might just be like, what have we done? Did we lose the war?
Yeah. He might say some words that will make Ty Cobb blush.
Yes. Well, no, not Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb might agree.
Ty Cobb? No, he's definitely gonna agree, dude. Ty Cobb's that guy, man. Ty Cobb's that dude, man.
Wait, you got a what and a what?
Unbelievable, I was like, oh, man, Ty Cobb, you got to chill, bro. Like, just go hang out with Andrew Jackson or something, dog. Just chill out.
Imagine Ty Cobb sees Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, they see, like I said, just from a baseball perspective, you're going to see Shohei Ohtani hitting leadoff. You're going to see Mookie Betts hitting cleanup. What's going on in this world? Why'd y'all wake me up? What is going on in this world?
Put me back in the ice.
He ain't gonna like it, dude. He's like, just turn me. Like, what am I right now? Am I a hologram? What's going on, bro? Nah, man. His brain would not be able to handle that, dude. He would just it would just explode, man. That'd be crazy. No, but yeah, no. Ever since Mookie Betts has gotten into that cleanup role, it's been great. It's been wonderful. Oh, he's really turning around. I think, look, Kyle Tucker feels, and he's talked about, and Dave Roberts has talked about, he's getting, better contact on the ball. He's starting to feel, that stroke coming back. So we'll see. We'll see if Max Muncy comes around and gets back to that, stellar all-star pace that he had to start the season. If he just maintains that just a little bit, Kyle Tucker starts coming around. Kyle Tucker went 1 for 4 today, by the way. Sadly, that raised his batting average. Sadly, going 1 for 4. He's hitting currently .244 on the season. But again, you start getting healthier. Like Teoscar Hernandez. You start thinking about all the pitching that could be coming back. Edwin Diaz. Shoot, man. Hey, does Edwin Diaz close? Tanner Scott has been lights out. And I know we Dodger fans are still wearing the scars of last year and the double-digit blown saves. I get it. But, man, he's been pretty stellar this year. Do the Dodgers mix it up? Do they? And again, remember, Edwin Diaz, before he went on the IL, looked terrible, right? And obviously that was because of the injury. But do the Dodgers mix up this chemistry? I don't think they do. I think Tanner Scott stays in the 9, and I think Edwin Diaz might be the setup guy. He'll be the most expensive setup man in the history of setup men. But shoot, if you're the Dodgers, the only thing you care about is winning these games. Clearly, they don't care about the money. Clearly, Dodgers, can y'all put me on the payroll? I know y'all don't care about the money, man. Come on. I'm just a straight vibes guy. I'll just come in there and we'll just be vibing, dude. I'll be like, the unofficial mascot or something, man. Like, let me just go in there and vibe with y'all.
Make a good playlist.
Oh, totally. My playlist will be immaculate, bro. Immaculate. Like, we'll figure out what everyone likes. We'll get some stuff in there. What the hell do you think Shohei listens to? I don't have a damn clue.
I feel like Shohei listens to city pop.
Like he's listening to some like city J-pop stuff?
Yeah, like late 70s, 80s city pop. Like that Plastic Love song you hear at all the city pop parties. Vaporwave.
I'm trying to figure out what genre he listens to. Like the city pop guess is actually a good guess. I wouldn't be surprised if he listens to like some like classic rock and roll though. I think like Americana is a big thing in Japan. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
You think like Shohei's listening to like Rolling Stones or like
maybe a little Rolling Stones, maybe a little Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, that's hello darkness. All right, well, time to hit some solo homers.
I don't know. Well, first of all, he's like such a good-natured dude, like such a good-natured guy. Simon and Garfunkel would very much, I think, be in his playlist. That actually feels right, because he's such a nice guy. He's such a well-mannered dude, Simon and Garfunkel. I think I'm gonna go with Simon and Garfunkel. Yeah, I don't think AC/DC. I don't think he's going. See, Dalton Rushing's got AC/DC.
Yeah, isn't Shohei? Doesn't Shohei have Michael Bublé?
Michael Bublé energy.
He has Michael Bublé for his walk-up music.
You know what he does? He's got some. You're right. He's got some Michael Bublé energy too. Like that's right. That'd be funny if he's got like a little Frank Sinatra in there.
Yeah,
Rat Pack stuff.
He's doing it his way.
Yeah, exactly. That's not bad.
Yeah, and who we talking about again? We're talking about
Shohei Ohtani.
Jay Dizza. Jay Dizza.
Shohei Ohtani.
That's Shohei when he's about to unveil when he gets the ox. Check this out. That's Shohei. That's Shohei when he gets the ox.
Here's some Michael Bublé.
I want to know what crazy hardcore stuff Dalton Rushing listens to. Because Dalton Rushing is listening to some crazy like metalcore.
Well, he's a grown man.
Oh man, I'm trying to like for sure he's got Marilyn Manson like deep in the playlist, right?
Yeah.
But that's too old for him, right? But that's his throwback music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't keep up with like metalcore stuff, so like I'm not really sure.
Dalton Rushing definitely listens to like POD Alive.
Okay.
Like whatever was popping on Total Request Live in 2001. Like that's his it gets him going,
Nah, man, I think it's got to be like some shred music right now. Like I don't know who's shredding out there in today's universe. You know what I'm saying? But like somebody who's just like shred metal, like that's got to be his
anything
thing.
that's ragey.
Yeah,
so
very ragey.
Double bass drum.
I bet you he messed heavily with the new Linkin Park that came out.
Was the new Linkin Park shreddy like that?
No, but that their new singer who replaced Chester Benningfield, I think is his name, right?
Kiara.
Yeah. She can scream. Like her screams are next level. I actually really enjoyed the new Linkin Park. Hey, and listen, I went to college in the late '90s, early 2000s, and like Linkin Park was everywhere.
I was just having this discussion with the homies. The world felt like a better place. We were all in unison, hand in hand, when Jay-Z and Linkin Park dropped that.
Oh yes,
Collision Course mashup album.
Oh, that collab was insane. That was fire.
The world was just a better place. I felt like.
Yeah, it really was. It was healing.
Yeah, like Later was healing. We were just hanging out.
That healed some scars for sure.
We had some spiky hair. We had some fades. We all just came together.
Yeah, Bud Lights were flowing,
And Hennessy.
That's what I'm saying.
So it was a shot.
Yeah. Okay.
You get a shot of Henny with some Bud Light to wash it
absolutely,
down.
100%. 100%. That's when life was good.
That's how Post Malone was born. Those two things merged together. And out came Post Malone.
Right. Those two things spilled on the ground, and it got hit by some gamma rays, and then from the sludge came Post Malone. And the first thing that was on was an Allen Iverson mixtape, right? 100%.
I mean, this would have been like 03, 04, so.
That's it. That's it. Man, I used to love those basketball mixtapes back in the day, but like, what was it? What was like the icon? I'm trying to think, like, what was the iconic, like, and one mixtape music, though? Because it wasn't like Linkin Park or anything like that, you know?
It was like Royce da 5'9" or something. It was just like, it was like underground hip hop.
It was something different, maybe.
It was like MF Doom was playing in the background. It's like hot sauce across somebody out their shoes.
Listen, Ayo is not doing his thing to MF Doom.
It wasn't Nelly. It wasn't like commercial music. It was like Immortal Technique or something. You know what I mean?
No, it had to be something New York, right? Like,
yeah,
because everything back then, like all the basketball mixtapes were like, it was all New York.
Yeah, so MF Doom was New York.
No, I know, but he's too old though, dude. Like,
it was like Mos Def and Talib. It was like Black Star and stuff. Like
okay, okay. Now we're on it.
So like whatever, like the Raucous, yeah, you're right. Like the Raucous record soundtrack. It's like Escalade is like 6'5", 900 pounds, throwing the illest assists.
Yes,
no look.
100%. Okay, there we go. Maybe we just need to find it. I don't know. We got to find an and one mixtape online somewhere, bro.
We have to do an and one mixtape, as we discussed in Nantucket with the Nan Buckets.
The Nan Buckets.
Us, Adam Sandler, and WEEI. Our Odyssey sister station.
Yeah.
We have to make this happen.
Nan Buckets, baby. Adam Sandler's the best, dude.
The best ballers from like Catalina Island here. Against the best ballers in Nantucket.
From Nanbucket, dude.
Nanbucket.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Ricky from Promotions. Let's get this set up.
Let's make this work. Let's make this work. All right, listen, we take a break. Wow, we just spent a lot of time talking about absolutely nothing, bro. I love this show. I love the fact that I can just do this. Who cares? You're listening to the James Coe Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. What is cracking, Los Angeles? James Coe here with you. I love the YouTube chat. I love it so much because they have some wild guesses at stuff, man. I got one guy in here who says he went to Berkeley with me and remembered me from some class, which let me just reiterate. I highly doubt that because I barely went to class. And I was the guy that would go to the first day and I would go to the midterm and I would go to the final. And those were the 3 main days. And then maybe I would go to like 3 other days. I know my parents listening are going to be like, wow, we paid all that money, bro. And you went to class 6 times per class? That is correct. And I apologize. And by the way, they're on the semester system, not the quarterly system, so it's like 15 weeks per class. I'd go to 6 of them. Oh boy. That's not good. I don't recommend that. As a matter of fact, golly, I hope my daughter is not listening, dude.
It's going to isolate this.
If my daughter's listening, actually, you know what? Let me take that back. I went to class every day. I was sat in the front and center, just taking notes. I mean, look, you couldn't even have a computer back then because, like, do you all remember back in the early 2000s, dude? Like, your computer could not last more than 30 minutes off its plug, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to sit through a 3-hour lecture? It ain't happening. Now, y'all folks, I teach journalism at Mount Sac, and I try to make it as AI proof as possible. But now y'all doing the whole AI thing, man. That's crazy. Shoot, I couldn't even get through a dang lecture with my computer, with my laptop, because my laptop battery died after 30 minutes. It's different, man. It's different. But the YouTube chat, it's so funny, man. Like they're speculating. Like speculating on what I listen to in my playlist. Some dude in here was like, hey, James is about to go take a piss. Bro, why are we contemplating on bathroom breaks on the YouTube side, bro? And by the way, just FYI, not a bathroom break, okay? When you work 6 to 10 p.m. and you're not allowed to have food inside the studio, I got to jump out the studio right quick. I take 3 bites of food and then I jump back in here like an absolute psychopath. It's an unfortunate existence. I got to eat food outside the studio 3 bites at a time, dude. That's not fun. That is not fun at all.
Committed to the game, though, buddy.
I'm very committed. By the way, not only am I committed to the game, I am committed to being a good team member. You know why? Dude, my butt I could bring that food in here and stink up this joint, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I try to be a good teammate. So I got my food set up outside, getting cold, as I take 3 bites every 20 minutes. I'm like a baby. I'm like a little baby. I get 3 bites every 20 minutes, bro.
Ethical hoops.
I'm an ethical radio host. Ethical. By the way, we're talking about music. Like, what do these players listen to? What's on their aux, bro? Like, I need to know. I'm always fascinated by what's on people's playlists. My playlist, it does have a good amount of K-pop in it. I'm not going to lie to you. I know I'm playing into that stereotype, like, real bad right now. Although, to be fair, I didn't start listening to K-pop until, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm not one of these, like, K-pop lifers, But I will say, okay, like, I'm heavy into BTS's new album. I thought their new album is a banger. I thought they did a good job. I don't like any of their other albums. I liked a few of their songs, not their albums. But I think this new album from BTS is really, really good. But I will say, man, I for whatever reason, the most embarrassing thing on my playlist that I've got a lot of is Blackpink. I went to a Blackpink concert in LA recently. Those girls did a great job. My daughter's really into Blackpink, so As a good dad, I try to be into Blackpink too. You know, you try to get it. If you want to try to be a good dad, man, like you got to be into the things that your kids are into. Like I watch their shows. Like I watched a crazy amount of Arthur. You know, Arthur's a great show. I love Arthur. I wish I could be watching other things other than Arthur. I've been watching a lot of PBS, Kids, Odd Squad. Did y'all watch Odd Squad? I know there's some young parents out there being like, yeah, Odd Squad, that's where it's at. I watched a lot of, what do they call that? Bluey? Bluey hits. Hey, listen, even if you're not into kid show, I'm telling you, Bluey hits. Bluey's a good show. Bluey will make you cry, for reals. Like that, it'll get you right in the feels. It'll give you an uppercut right in the feel sack. Right there. Okay, that being said, this show is the unofficial show of player music. So whenever an athlete drops songs, we get into it here on the James Go Show. By the way, if you want to call in, 855-97-LA-FAN. We've been messing around with some of this Max Crosby stuff. Plaque Max. Max has been getting into the hip-hop scene a little bit now. Guess what? He dropped a new single. He dropped it today. So you know what? We're going to debut it right here on the new 97.1 The Fan. So tell me, listeners, Kane, you got to tell me, is this gas or is this going to be a pass?
Just get rid of it? No? Okay.
No, yeah. He's got one. Okay, listen, dude. For reals, he's got one part in here that's like actual bars. It's about Kobe and then Tiger Woods. This is his best bar. I'm Kobe Bryant on a on these floors about to make me crash. What? That's amazing. I'm Tiger Woods on these girls who are about to make me crash. Wow. Wow.
I don't know if any Raiders players should be talking about like crash.
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. Tiger Woods got me thinking like, yo, well, how did I catch a stray? Why did I catch a stray? All of a sudden, Max Crosby? Like, why is Max Crosby saying my name, bro? Dude, that whole bar was so out of pocket, dude. It was so out of pocket. It's so out of pocket for a number of reasons that I do not want to get into. But wow. Wow. Anyways, all right, Kane. Gas or pass? I think I know where you're going with this one.
I'm going to have to go ahead and...
that's the pass.
Spin move, pass rush.
Yeah, that's a pass.
Get about it is, you know.
Yeah, okay.
It's not the Raider way for me. I mean, Baltimore, you definitely dodged. This could have been you, Ravens. I wonder, was it called the Raven way at first? And then he was like, well, I'm still a Raider. So luckily.
Hey, we're just calling it the Raider way.
Shouts to syllables.
Yeah.
Raven and Raider being 2 syllables each. And he just kind of like changed it.
Yeah. It still works either way. The verses still work with either one. Yeah.
Max Crosby cannot have a bad season.
No, he really can't.
Or
this is very memeable. This is so memeable. It's not even funny. Yeah. Max better go and have a great season. By the way, Max is a great player, man. I freaking love Max. Max is such a good player. People know him for the pass rushing, and let me just tell you something, man. Like, if you sit down and watch Max Crosby, like the way that he sets the edge, the way that he blows up run plays, he diagnoses a run play so fast. A lot of these pass rushers are just hunting for those sacks, but I'm telling you, Max Crosby, he is exceptional at diagnosing a run. I've watched him blow up. Again, when I'm sitting down charting running backs and all that stuff, like I'm like sitting down in the film and like really like getting in it, man. Like every single time they play the Raiders, I'm like, all right, where's Max Crosby? This is about to be a bad play. His ability to stop the run is exceptional. His ability to slip an offensive tackle or a guard or whatever and just slip inside and just completely wreck the run design, special. That's the biggest undersell of his game. Like, people don't appreciate that enough about how good he is at stopping the run.
Rams and Raiders get to see it this season. See what happens.
Yeah, man.
Rams in Vegas, and of course, Raiders will be here to play the Chargers. In September.
Chargers. No, it'll be fun. I think the Raiders are going to be a lot more exciting this year, obviously, with Clint Kubiak. Last year, it was very mixed signaling from the offensive side between Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. These two guys, it was friggin', oil and water, man. You couldn't have asked for two more disparate philosophies offensively, and it just didn't work. Clint Kubiak has got a pretty unified voice now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see. As a matter of fact, on the backside of this break, I'm going to break down the AFC West. That's coming up on the James Coe Show, right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo, 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 what is cracking, everybody? James Go here with you. Appreciate you guys jumping in on a beautiful Friday night. We're going to take you all the way to the 10 p.m. hour. Having fun tonight. Doing different things, man. Dodgers win 2-1. Let's get you an update here on this Angels game because, again, if you are a Dodger fan who wants Scooble, you want the Angels to win. As a matter of fact, you want them to sweep out Detroit. And guess what? Bottom of the 8th, Angels playing at home to Detroit. They lead 1-0. So Detroit will be down to their last 3 outs in the top of the 9th to try to pull this one off. It is interesting, though. You know what I mean? Where if you're a Dodger fan who wants Scooble, you want the Angels to win. That being said, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword because what about if Scooble goes to Atlanta? Atlanta being one of the major rivals in the NL this year. Scooble and Sale would be gas.
Can't front. Not even trying to see that, boss.
Scooble and Sale would be gas.
Don't even want to deal with that.
You know? So maybe you want Detroit to win, actually. You just want Scooble to stay home. Like, keep him there. Man.
Side note. The AL West, where the motto should be, somebody got to win it.
It's so bad.
AL West, I guess somebody needs to.
It's so bad.
It's horrid.
And, like Houston, which has, dominated this, that division for a while now. It's just, it's just bad.
By the way, not to get too far in the weeds, but Kyle Raleigh. Is that still a baseball player for the Mariners? Does he still play?
Does he exist?
Like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah. It feels like he lost 1,000 aura points from the WBC stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where like he wouldn't shake hands or like acknowledge his teammate or whatever, right? And then like, I don't know, did that bleed over into the regular season or something? Like, I don't know what happened. It's pretty weird though. But yeah, it's funny. Like I said, the Astros who have dominated this division for so many years, they are 47-52 this year, but they're only 3 games back of the division lead. 49-48 are the Texas Rangers, followed by the Seattle Mariners at 48-49. Again, 3 of the 5 teams in this division are below 500. That's wild. I'll tell you what's crazy. The Los Angeles Angels, who are the worst team in baseball, they're 11 games out of the division lead. Just 11. In comparison, the Colorado Rockies, who are at the bottom of the NL West, they're 23.5 games back of the Dodgers. As a matter of fact, how about this stat? The Angels are 11 games out of the division lead. The Dodgers have a 12-game lead over second place in the NL West. The Angels are closer to winning the division than the Arizona Diamondbacks are to winning the division, who are 12 games back.
SMH, Rob Manfred's MLB. Mm-hmm.
Holy moly. That's interesting. But again, they're taking on the Detroit Tigers. And yeah, I was thinking if you're the Dodgers and you're a Dodgers fan, you want Scooble, then you want Angels to win. But now that the more I think about it, maybe you just want Detroit to win just straight away. Just keep winning. Keep Scooble over there. Because the more they win and the more they feel like, okay, we can actually get into the postseason here, the more they will, are more likely to keep the assets they have. Man. Right now, Detroit is 7 games back of the division lead. Just 7. Chicago White Sox lead that division at 51-45. Then it's the Guardians, then it's the Twins, and then it's the Tigers. At 44-52. 7 games back. Dang. So, again, we will be keeping an eye, certainly, on the Angels and Tigers game where, again, they're entering into the top of the ninth. It's their last 3 outs for the Tigers as the Angels lead 1-0. We have been talking a lot about Dodger baseball, Lakers basketball. Wanted to shift over here into the NFL. A couple of news item notes that I found to be interesting. The NFL suspended Arizona Cardinals personnel executive Ryan Gold. He's been suspended indefinitely for violating the league's gambling policy. I thought the write-up on Gold was really weird, though, because the league in the write-up, in the Associated, I think this is the Associated Press write-up of the suspension, but the league said Friday that its investigation determined Gold provided confidential, non-public inside information regarding the 2026 draft selections by the Cardinals before the picks were announced. Guys, I did not know this was illegal. I did not know that was, I mean, look, obviously it's frowned upon, but tipping picks has been around as long as the draft has been around. As long as Twitter and the draft have coexisted, tipping picks has existed. Why is Ryan Gold being punished by the league and not the team? If I'm the team, I'm pissed. Like, we don't want this happening on the team. But why is the league annoyed by that? Why is the league, suspending him for this? And the reason I say this was written very strangely is because the headline says he's been suspended indefinitely for violating the league's gambling policy, but they lead off by saying that Gold was providing confidential, non-public inside information regarding the draft selections. So what are we talking here? Like, are we talking about like prediction markets? And like tipping the prediction markets? And if that's the case, listen, guys, it still happens. I guess I'm confused by this. Because the article then goes on to say, oh, by the way, Gold also participated in parlay bets on NFL and college games. That's literally the oh, by the way of that sentence. The primary thing is that he was tipping off picks, and then it says, and Gold also participated in parlay bets on NFL and college games. The league has a very strict policy on gambling. Let me just say, because I used to work for NFL Network, and it's very strict, where they might even send you to Vegas, right? And they send you a reminder, because remember, there's a franchise in Vegas now, the Vegas Raiders, right? We just talked about Max Crosby. If you go to Vegas, the league always reminds you at the start of every single season that you are not allowed to place bets, period. Period. You are not allowed to place bets while in Vegas. You're just not. Now, if you honestly think that the hundreds of league employees who go to Vegas don't place bets, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not naming names, but let me just say, man, there were a lot of them folks placing bets. A lot of folks placing bets when they went to Vegas. It's not an uncommon thing. That being said, the league makes it very clear, abundantly clear, you are not allowed to bet. So I guess my question is this, right? Like, okay, so Gold participated in parlay bets on NFL and college games. Okay. And what? He wasn't impacting the games at all, right? Like, this guy is he's just a low-level executive guy. Right? He was promoted to director of college scouting in June of 2025. promoted to director of college scouting. He has no impact on the game plan. He has no impact on like injury news or anything. It's just, he's a guy in the building. And he's a high-level dude. I'm sure director of college scouting is pretty important. But he has no impact on these games, though. So he's been suspended indefinitely, which, like I said, man, I find that to be very interesting because I think that's what he really got suspended for. I can't imagine he actually got suspended for tipping picks. Tipping picks has been going on forever. And now all of a sudden the league is taking a stance on it? I'm surprised. I'm a little confused by it. I'm not going to lie to you. That part I don't get. I don't get that. Ryan Gold, director of college scouting for the Arizona Cardinals, has been suspended indefinitely. I mean, I guess my other thought would be this. Listen, if the league really wanted to, and they really wanted to crack down on gambling, they could investigate a lot of people. And a lot of people be losing their jobs if that's where they're going. That's all I'm saying. Man, strange. I found this story to be a little bit odd, especially considering the league's stance on partnering with gambling companies. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. Okay, I tell you what, when we come back, we're going to break down the AFC West. Where will the Raiders fall? Where will the Broncos, Chargers, where are they going to fall here? We're breaking down the AFC West. That's coming up next on the James Coe Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo, what is cracking, Los Angeles? Last hour of the James Coe Show. Here with you as we take you to the top of the 10 o'clock hour. I just found out my cousins found out that I'm on the radio. Sent me a text. Said, hey, man, we hear you on the radio. Like, yeah. But, hey, yo, by the way, Kane, I don't know if you knew this, man. It is officially the 1 month anniversary of the James Coe Show. How crazy is that? We started a month ago.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Nah, man. I mean, again, it's been a lot of fun for the past month, and yeah, we've done some pretty stupid things, and we've had some fun with it. Not bad. Not bad at all. NFL roundup here before I get to the AFC West. Players across the league this week attach the hashtag worth the cost to posts asking why grass fields were used in World Cup games played in NFL stadiums. This is what I found to be wild. Now, obviously, I know they want to play in grass, and they would much rather play in grass than in artificial, and a lot of it has to do with injuries. What I did not know was how important of an issue this was. When The Athletic polled about 100 players, their number one issue when they talk about collective bargaining again, when the NFLPA, the union, when they start up CBA negotiations, the number one issue among these players that The Athletic polled, it's not money, it is playing surface. That's the number one issue. That's crazy. Playing surface was number one. Increasing revenue was 5. This is why the players' union is really weak. They can't get their own members to care about the money that they make. Listen, dude, half the stadium, and this is the other thing, half the stadiums are grass, and half the stadiums are artificial turf. 15 and 15. There's 32 teams, but there's 30 stadiums because 2 play in SoFi, 2 play at MetLife in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Can I just say, too, the East Coast people who make fun of San Francisco, being like, oh, you play in Santa Clara. That's an hour away from San Francisco. Yeah, you liberals. You stupid. You're so stupid. Playing an hour away from San Francisco. You're not San Francisco. Dog. East Rutherford is in a different state. It's not the New Jersey Giants. It's not the New Jersey Jets. It's New York. You play in a different state. I don't see Al Michaels complaining about, oh, I can't believe we have to be in Santa Clara. I don't see Al Michaels complaining about that when he's in East Rutherford, New Jersey, dude. That part of that conversation gets so old. Like, how are you going to be? The Chicago Bears might be in Indiana, dog. Is Al Michaels going to get on his soapbox then? Is Al Michaels going to make fun of the Chicago Bears like he did for Santa Clara and the San Francisco 49ers? Is he going to do that when they start playing in Indiana, bro? No, he's not going to. Why? Again, I don't want to talk about politics and sports either, dude. I'm sick of it. But don't tell me that this whole thing is not, like, very politically coded, man. It's like, of all the places to complain about, you only complain about San Francisco. Stop it. I do not hear these same complaints about East Rutherford, New Jersey, playing in a different freaking state than the New York teams. Anyways, 15 stadiums playing grass. 15. Why did I do that? 15 stadiums have artificial turf. The owners would be so happy for grass to be a negotiating point. Give us 1 percentage point back on the revenue and we'll give you the grass. We only need to change the grass of 15 stadiums. And we'll take 1 percentage point back in terms of revenue. When you're talking to these players, how is revenue the fifth most pressing issue on the next CBA negotiation? I mean, it is literally should be number one. That's why you have the CBA. It's got to be money. Wild. Wild that natural grass is that much of an issue, that it's number one. I'm not saying it's not an issue because it is. As a matter of fact, according to the NFLPA, 92% of those polled, and they have 1,700 members, 1,700 players in the union. 92% said they want natural grass. So obviously they want natural grass. I get it, but I just, like I said, man, the reason the football union is so weak is because of this. How is natural grass number one and revenue is 5? And I understand that it's a small sample size. It's like 85 players, but still, insane. That's insane. MetLife, the home field for the Giants and Jets, is notorious for causing injuries. Odell Beckham, Victor Cruz, Aaron Rodgers, Malik Neighbors, Sterling Shepard all suffered significant non-contact knee or ankle injuries. And according to the union, players have a 28% higher rate of non-contact lower extremity injuries when playing on artificial surface. Of those non-contact injuries, players have a 32% higher rate of non-contact knee injuries. They have a 69% higher rate of non-contact foot-ankle injuries on turf compared to grass. As a matter of fact, according to a National Center of Health research study, so this is official now, not the NFLPA telling you this, but no, like actual studies being done. That study, which used NCAA football data, also concluded that players are 1.6 times more likely to suffer an ACL tear on turf than on grass. So again, I understand why it is a major issue for players. Obviously, player safety is a huge concern, but golly, man. Union, you cannot make this a negotiating point. You can't. I mean, you can, but it's got to be so far down the totem pole. That's crazy to me. Crazy to me. Okay, let us break down the AFC West. We're talking about, you know, I feel like when we're talking about the Raiders, we should absolutely be playing some Plaque Max. Like, how are we not playing Plaque Max? We're talking about the AFC West here. But no, look, the Raiders came in last place last year in this division, 3-14. Kansas City, second to last at 6-11. The Chargers at 11-6, and the Broncos at 14-3. You had the feeling the Broncos could have legitimately made the Super Bowl, maybe won the dang thing, if they had somehow stayed healthy with Bo Nix. Obviously, they did not. The Chargers made the postseason, this despite the fact that both of their starting tackles were gone, and they just got absolutely mauled. They got mauled by New England. I mean, Vrabel was like, oh, you have no tackles? All right, cool. Let me just get after you guys right quick. And that's exactly what they did. New England held them to 3 points, man, in the wild card round. Tough. If I'm looking at the AFC West and I'm looking for a winner, I think most people are looking at either Denver or possibly Kansas City. The aura of Patrick Mahomes is much greater than the game of Patrick Mahomes right now. And let me tell you something. Patrick Mahomes is an absolute freakazoid stud. He's a surefire Hall of Famer. He is arguably the best quarterback to ever play the game. Yes, better than Tom Brady. Yes, potentially better than Peyton Manning. Dan Marino, whoever you want to throw out there, yeah, he's in that running. He's in that conversation. Look, one thing you will find about my show compared to other shows, not that I don't care about rings, but rings are devalued, again, relative to other sports commentators. I devalue rings much more than your typical sports commentator, and probably by a degree of 10 when compared to the casual fan. Casual fans value rings more than anything else because that's all they know, that's all they remember. And I can't tell you, it's just, to me, rings are, it's a great team effort, are rings. If we're talking about best franchises, that's different. The only thing that matters are rings. Those are the best franchises. But we're conflating franchises with players, right? We're conflating franchises with players. Players are not franchises. Franchises are not players. So when you start talking about the GOAT and the GOAT debate, and if your first argument is, well, this guy won more rings than this guy, you lost me, man. You have lost me. Robert Horry has more rings than Kobe Bryant. Is he a better player? Well, no, because then you have to figure, okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like I said, I devalue rings by probably, a degree of 10 compared to a casual fan. But I devalue rings by a lot, especially when compared to other sports commentators as well. I just don't put, I put stock in it. Obviously, I put stock in it. It means something. It does mean something. But so many things have to go right. You have to get lucky. The team that you play with has to be good. The GM has to be good. The coach has to be good. Have Tom Brady, and you know what? It just bothers the hell out of me too. This whole ring chasing thing when it comes to LeBron. Oh, he's ring chasing. He's ring chasing. Oh, he's gonna go to some place and try to win a ring. And that devalues his legacy. Shut up. Shut up. Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans in their primes. Stop it. Stop it. He went to a well-respected coach in Bruce Arians. Stop it. Great offensive line. Tristan Wirfs, Hall of Famer. But all of a sudden, he's not ring chasing, guys. Oh, all of a sudden, his Super Bowls that he won in Tampa Bay, oh, okay, those count, though. Those count with no discount, no asterisk, nothing. Tom Brady wasn't ring chasing. LeBron's ring chasing. Stop it. Again, if you want to say that LeBron is ring chasing, that's fine. Have that same energy when you're talking about Tom Brady. But I bet you don't, though. That's what, again, it's like the whole idea of rings and champion, that stuff just, I devalue that greatly. Take Tom Brady and put him in Tennessee. Actually, take Tom Brady and put him in Cleveland. How many rings is he winning? How many? If you took Tom Brady and put him in Cleveland, how many rings is he winning? Even in the rosiest of scenarios, you would say Tom Brady's winning 1 ring. He ain't going to be winning those 6 rings, bro. What are you talking about? You know that's not happening. Not in Cleveland. Not with the Browns. Not happening. He probably goes and wins nothing. Does that detract from his greatness? Does that detract from him being a great player? I would say no, it doesn't. He's still a great player. And yet, if you win more rings, somehow you're an even greater player. You see what I'm saying? That right there, what I just said, Tom Brady going to Cleveland and he wins 0 rings. Is he a less great of a player? all of a sudden the excuses come out, right? Like, oh, well, the coaching and, oh, man, they just drafted a bunch of busts. The GMs weren't good. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's why it's hard to win a championship. It's not just the player. How many championships did Tom Brady win not by throwing a touchdown pass, but by setting up a short field for his kicker to kick the game-winning field goal? That's part Tom Brady. It's not all Tom Brady. Guess what? Peyton Manning did the exact same thing, and yet he had a dude in Vanderjack that couldn't kick. Never could make a clutch field goal. But that you blame you blame Peyton Manning for that, though, right? That's Manning's fault. Again, I don't value rings as much as your regular sports commentator. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play, period. Arguably the best. Make an argument without the rings. Do it. That's the mark of, can you talk sports? Can you talk ball? Make an argument without talking about rings. Then I'll respect that you can talk ball. We talk about this AFC West, and the aura of Patrick Mahomes is greater than his current game. He's coming off of a major knee injury. I just spent all that time gassing up Patrick Mahomes, and I'm telling you that the aura of Patrick Mahomes is better than his current game. I'm just saying, in his current form, y'all, coming off of a major knee injury that he suffered very late in the season, the aura of Patrick Mahomes versus his current state is greater. And by the way, his game has fallen off a bit. Over the last 2 seasons, his deep ball accuracy has plummeted. And you could point to the players, but the bottom line is he just has not connected on deep balls, even when they are there. He's missed on, a handful of plays that could have been, altering. And it's not always on his wide receiver. Some of it's on him. I don't know where Kansas City is at, but the fact that they did not address wide receiver at all in the draft or free agency is an absolute abomination. To have Patrick Mahomes still relatively in his prime and to not address wide receiver at all. I mean, they've got a guy rehabbing a knee in jail. That's their number one. The guy who's rehabbing his knee in jail is their number one wide receiver. Kansas City, this is an absolute abomination what they have done in terms of roster management. They lose McDuffie. I'm telling you, Kansas City's in trouble. Like, I love the fact that they picked up Kenneth Walker. I love Kenneth Walker. He's a great player. But they're in trouble. Kansas City's in trouble. I don't think they make the playoffs again. I think it's going to be year number 2 of them not making the playoffs, and I think they're going to have a real come-to-Jesus moment. They're going to have to look in the mirror and say to themselves, listen, it's not enough to just have Patrick Mahomes. We need to actually help him because they've done absolutely nothing. They've got one guy who is closer to going on concert than he is, playing a full season, bro. Like, Travis Kelce's, again, a great player, arguably the best tight end to ever play. What has he got left in the tank, man? I don't know. I don't think Kansas City makes the playoffs this year. It's a tough division. The Broncos, with Bo Nix coming off that incredibly late injury as well, they could be in a little bit of trouble. I think the Chargers should be, hands down, the clear-cut favorite to win this division. I love the addition of Mike McDaniel. I think it's actually going to be addition by subtraction with Keenan Allen. Watch Ladd McConkey go crazy. I've been saying this for weeks now. Ladd McConkey has a real chance to put together like 1,300 yards and double-digit touchdowns. Ladd's about to go crazy, y'all. He's got to stay healthy, but if he does, it's over. Like, this guy's a baller. Straight up. Straight up stud. And then the Raiders. I don't know where we're at with the Raiders. Yeah. Kirk Cousins is going to be shepherding the ship in the early portion, and then we'll see Mendoza late, I would assume, right? Wide receiver-wise, they are still very much in the weeds here. I like Jack Besh. I think he's going to be a really good player for them. Running back-wise, they're set. Ashton Ginty's an absolute stud. They did a good job of addressing the offensive line this offseason. Obviously, the biggest addition is Clint Kubiak. By the way, I love these random internet rumors of Justin Jefferson maybe wanting to reunite with his former OC in Clint Kubiak. If it goes south in Minnesota, could he want to get out of there and then force his way to Las Vegas? Again, it's crazy. I don't know about it, but maybe. And I tell you what, Las Vegas obviously has a need at outside X receiver, which would be sick. So for me, when I'm looking at the AFC West, give me the Chargers 1, Broncos 2, Kansas City 3. Las Vegas 3, Kansas City 4. Kansas City in last place of this division. I could see it. All right, I tell you what, I'm going to do more of a breakdown here. We'll go back into the Wayback Machine on Who the F as well. You're listening to the James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. James Go here with you. Having fun on a Friday night, baby. Let's go. 30 minutes left to go on the show. Super producer Kane behind the glass. The YouTubes was asking who's producing the show. I'm like, guys, come on, man. It's always my guy, Kane. What you mean?
Sup, chat?
There you go. There it is. Okay, it is time now for my favorite segment. This is where we go back into the Wayback Machine. It's my favorite game. Let's go. Time now to play Who the Fuck? Yeah! We go back to 1999, baby. 1999. We were worried about Y2K. On WWE, they were talking about Y2J. That crazy countdown clock. When Chris Jericho moved from the WCW to the WWE. But on the football field, it was all about them Rams. Showtime. It was the best show on earth, baby. The Rams in 1999. Who am I going to pick, man? One of my favorite players. A zero-time All-Star. But a great player nonetheless. Ricky Prohl. Come on, man. Ricky Prohl was legit, dude. I loved Ricky Prohl. Ricky Prohl, believe it or not, despite making, again, 0 Pro Bowls, this guy played in the NFL for 17 years. 17 years.
And another one. And another one. And another one.
That was insane. He didn't get on the Rams till he was 30. 1998 was his first season with the St. Louis Rams. He was a critical part of the Super Bowl winning team in 1999 when they beat the Tennessee Titans. Eddie George was my favorite player. And they beat Eddie George and Steve McNair in that classic Super Bowl where I think it was Kevin Dyson reaching for the end zone and he's 1 yard short. Iconic. Absolutely broke my heart. Because that happened in 1999, I was still somewhat of a Tennessee Titans fan. Because they had moved from Houston.
You were an Oilers guy?
And I was an Oilers guy. Remember, Eddie George was originally an Oiler.
That's right.
Then they moved to Tennessee and he became a Titan.
They should have kept the Oilers name.
Dude.
But Bud Adams and Houston were beefing.
I know.
I loathe the Titans name. I hate it so much. It sounds like an elementary school.
It's the only thing worse would be the Jacks.
The Las Vegas Jacks.
Las Vegas Jacks. It'd be one thing if it was the Las Vegas Kings, like they took the Sacramento Kings and they moved them to Las Vegas and then they gave Sacramento some kind of expansion or something. Like then I could get behind that because then they already have the Queens there, right? Like they got the Kings and then they got the I'm sorry. They have the Aces, my bad.
Who are Queens of the WNBA.
Correct. They got the Aces and then they got the Kings. That'd be fun. But no, you got to pick the Jacks. A horrible name. Anyways, neither here nor there. Ricky Prohl, man. Ricky Prohl didn't get to the St. Louis Rams until he was 30 years old, and he played for the Rams for 5 seasons, 5 full seasons. And his best season actually came in 1998 for the Rams anyways, where he had 60 receptions for 771 yards and 3 touchdowns. The funny thing is, in this 1999 season, remember, the Rams had maybe the best wide receiver duo in NFL history. Potentially, arguably, anyways, when you're talking about, Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. Those guys were just balling, especially Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt was insane. Right? But Ricky Prohl was a good special teamer for them. He was a good slot receiver for them. And just overall, man, Ricky Prohl was just a lot of fun. I don't know why I liked Ricky Prohl, but I just did. And he also, in his career, played for the Phoenix Cardinals. Not the Arizona, but the Phoenix Cardinals. While also playing and finishing out most of his career with the Carolina Panthers. So, anyways, Ricky Proehl, man, that was a lot of fun. And, dude, this 1999 team, let me tell you something, man. This 1999 team under Dick Vermeil, 13-3. In the divisional round, they beat Minnesota in a straight shootout. Then in the conference championship, they beat Tampa Bay. Then they go on to the Super Bowl and they beat the Tennessee Titans. That was a lot of fun. This was a fun team for sure. By the way, this Minnesota team that they beat, the starting quarterback was Jeff George, but this was also a Randy Moss year. That was the Randy Moss, Chris Carter Minnesota Vikings that they beat in the divisional round. And that divisional round, straight up shootout, man, 49-37. As the St. Louis Rams scored 38 points in the second half alone. Pretty good. Pretty good. I love this Rams team for whatever reason, even though they beat my not hometown, but the team I rooted for in the Tennessee Titans. It was a lot of fun. Kurt Warner was the quarterback, as we all know. Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. Man, these guys were really, really good. These guys were really, really good. You think about London Fletcher? London Fletcher on the defensive side? Come on. Pretty good. It's not bad. Kevin Carter, playing defensive end, had 17 sacks on this team. DeMarco Farr, radio personality DeMarco Farr, had 8.5 sacks with this team. London Fletcher was on this squad too, man. Good team. I love this team. I did love that team. Anyways, there you go. That is Who the F? A look back on the 1999 St. Louis Rams.
What a squad.
What a squad, huh?
People in LA were upset, though. Because it's like, that was supposed to have been our team.
Yeah, I know, right?
What, the Rams were 3 seasons removed? 3 or 4 seasons removed from LA?
And can you imagine, like, in LA, just like with Hollywood and all that stuff, like, the way they played, it was just so up and down. It was just track meet, you know? Oh, man.
It was a Hollywood story with Kurt Warner and
That's
whatnot.
what I'm saying.
Like,
greatest show on turf with Kurt Warner and the boys. Like, man, that would have gone crazy viral in LA, man. That would have gone crazy viral.
Yeah, man. Ricky Proehl, by the way, coach right now in the UFL.
Oh, there you go.
For the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Oh, the Battlehawks?
As you know, like, yeah.
I mean, there you go.
Of the United Football League.
Dude, hell yeah. Let's go.
Ricky Proehl was like the first like ill like white receiver you saw in a while. He kind of
in a while. No, I mean there was a shoot. Who was the dude in Seattle? I cannot.
Steve Largent.
Steve Largent. There you go. I can't believe why my brain was not turned on.
But
there,
it had been a minute.
Oh, it had been
Steve
a long time.
Largent.
Yeah, no, it had been a long time.
I mean, you know Steve Largent because he was like stuck out so much. Like, man. Who is this Anglo-Saxon receiver with these hands like this?
So good, Steve Largent.
So you kind of got the Ricky Proehl, which kind of led to like the Wes Walker and then Julian Edelman's
out of the slot,
just out of that slot.
Yep.
Yeah, man, love those Rams teams. I was a big Rams guy because my Washington then red football Commanders.
Right.
We're kind of struggling a little bit, and Trent Green, remember, left that team.
Oh, did he?
To come to the Rams.
Oh, did he?
And then his brain go bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then that's when Kurt Warner came in.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like, it's like, it's incredible, dude. It's like, it's literally a Hollywood story, you know? Like a backup quarterback working at the grocery store, gets in there due to injury, and then absolutely crushes it, you know? A guy who had been struggling, like he's like down to his like last paycheck or whatever because he'd been playing indoor football for.
He was playing for like Iowa, right? Or
something? It was some like
the
crazy, like some kind of like Iowa indoor football team, and like making like $200 a game or something, man. Like, yeah, that's crazy, man. But yeah, what a crazy story. What a good story too.
Shouts to Ricky Proehl. Did he win another ring, by the way?
With Carolina?
Was it Carolina?
Did he win another ring? I don't know.
Yeah, he got like a second one random.
I don't remember. Oh, with I'm trying to think with who though. Maybe it was Carolina.
No, because Carolina didn't win it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Well, he played his last year with the Colts, 2006 Colts.
That's who it is. He
oh
won
my
it with
gosh,
Peyton Manning.
he did.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell, bro? You won it with This guy's a two-time Super Bowl winning champion. Ricky Pro?
Ricky Pro got 2 of them things, man.
Hold up, dude. I'm clicked into the Colts. Okay, let me
had to bring back the music for this.
Yes. Okay, Marvin Harrison had 1,300 yards. Reggie Wayne had 1,300. Ben Utek, their tight end, had 300. Dallas Clark had 300.
Double tight ends.
I'm going way down here. Brandon Stokely was on this squad.
Stoke.
He had 85 yards. Okay, here's Ricky Prohl at number 10. He had 30 yards receiving. Ricky Prohl. He had the fewest receiving yards of any offensive player. They had a defensive tackle in Dan Klecko, who had 1 reception for 2 yards and a touchdown. By the way, Dan Klecko had a touchdown. Ricky Prohl, no touchdowns.
Just the way that Tony Dungy drew it up.
Hey, 2-time Super Bowl winning champion Ricky Prohl, tricky Ricky Prohl, tricky Ricky, man. Slick Rick Prohl. Come on, dude. I love it. I did not know that. That's crazy. Good for him. I wonder, did he play on special teams or something? Nope. No special teams. He had no special teams. Oh, okay, cool.
He was lining up for plays.
What was he doing? Like, was he a gunner on special teams? Like, by the way, he was so old at this point, dude. He was 38 years old.
That's crazy.
Playing wide receiver in the NFL.
With Peyton Manning as a quarterback.
That's insane.
All his receivers got it.
Dude, 38
They got the sitter. Man at throwing the medicine balls.
I'll tell you what's crazy. What is also crazy about this team, though, is that Marvin Harrison at 34 had 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. Like, phew, man. Marvin Harrison. Okay. We got to go. When we come back, we will close out the show. But you've been listening to the James Go Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you. Oh, man. Where'd the night go? Beautiful Friday night. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We're having fun out here tonight. Dodgers win. Shoot, man, the Angels lost.
Dodger baseball.
Oh, the Angels lost, though, which is not good. It was a blown save for Kirby Yates. I believe it's his fourth, maybe his fifth. I think it's his fourth blown save of the season. We're only halfway through. Oh, boy. The Tigers, the reason why it matters is because the Tigers win another one, and they have won, I believe, now 10 of their last 13 games, and the more they win, the more motivated they will be to keep Skubal. Now, I kind of think maybe that actually may help LA if Detroit keeps Skubal. If Detroit keeps Skubal, it keeps him out of the reach of the Atlanta Braves. Right now, the Braves seem to be, just from the reporting, one of the two teams that would, along with the Dodgers, make a pretty big move to go get Skubal. And by the way, Skubal would help the Braves more than any other team, in my opinion. A 1-2 punch of Sale and Skubal, that's gas, man. That's tough. And the Braves right now are probably, as we sit here today, the biggest threat to the Dodgers in the NL. So to keep Skubal out of their hands would be absolutely critical. The Angels playing the Detroit Tigers in a 3-game set, they lose game 1. So again, it's kind of sort of like important adjacent. You know what I mean? If you're a Dodger fan and you really want that trade to happen, all right, cool. Then you want the Angels to win. But if you want to keep him out of, just keep him out of Atlanta, then you want Detroit to win. So there you go. By the way, like I said, LA winning 2-1 on this one. And a really interesting stat, too, from Just Baseball Media. Just BB_media. This is a statistical note from them that Roki Sasaki threw 21 pitches at 100+ miles per hour tonight.
Fire!
Dude, that was straight fire. 21 pitches at or over 100 miles per hour, man. That's the most by any Dodger in a single game in the StatCast era. Again, according to Just Baseball, that Twitter account. 21 pitches over 100 miles per hour, the most by any Dodger in a single game in the StatCast era. Dang. Flames! Absolute flames being thrown by Roki Sasaki. And you know what? It wasn't just the velocity. The placement of the pitches and his confidence on the mound. He was exuding confidence. By the way, Dave Roberts, I thought, did a really good job. As soon as he saw a little shake, he was like, no, we got to roll. Roki, great job today. Threw 5+ innings, man. But let's let the bullpen take over. And this is going to be a great start for Roki. Beautiful start for Roki. Beautiful start. And maybe this will be the game that turns him around. And shoot, man, if you think about, again, this lineup, if Roki is pitching like this, oh, man. Plus you're going to get, Blake Snell back relatively soon. Plus you're getting Edwin Diaz back relatively soon. Dodgers might just be shutting the door straight away. Golly. A story that's been circulating online and gotten really popular today is the story of Vin Baker. Y'all remember Vin Baker, man? He was a all-star, NBA all-star, made a lot of noise because I remember when he first signed one of his contracts, man, it was a big money deal. It was like a 7-year, $100 million or something like that. It was like 7-year, like $90 million. Vin Baker earned $100 million. $100 million throughout his NBA career, and he blew it all. He is currently an assistant coach on the Milwaukee Bucks. That was the first team that he actually played for. And he sat down with Giannis Antetokounmpo on his podcast talking about his journey going from an all-star making $100 million to then working at Starbucks.
A lot of people, like so many articles came out like NBA player made $100 million now working at Starbucks. But to be perfectly honest with you, Nasi, it was one of the best years of my life. Little do people know, man, I was like living a sober life. I didn't care what the job was. I was happy that I was sober.
Yes.
That I was waking up every morning not needing to use a vice, alcohol or drugs. Like, it was a pivotal moment. And to be honest with you, I didn't have any like grand ideas. I did want to become like district manager, regional manager at some point, but I was actually doing the job. You know, a lot of people don't know what a clopen is. I do. A clopen is you close the store and then you open it. So leaving at 11:30 at night from Starbucks and being back the next morning at 4 to open the store. And why that was so pivotal to me, because it was disciplining me, Nasi. I was learning to live life on life's terms. You know, going from now I'm all NBA to being a Starbucks manager, that takes a level of humility. A lot of people...
That is insane. And also crazy vulnerability from Vin Baker, and obviously his attitude towards it is something that is to be applauded and lauded. That was awesome. Vin Baker speaking with Giannis Antetokounmpo on his podcast, Thanalysis. Thanalysis is the name of the podcast. Good name, by the way. Thanalysis. I feel like if he was like a Mortal Kombat character, it'd be Thanality. Thanality. Thanos wins. I don't know what his move would be in Mortal Kombat. What is it like?
It'll be Giannis doing the finisher, of course.
Oh, it would be Giannis taking a giant like rock and just like dunking it on top of your dome.
Giannis would just run from off screen onto the screen and just
over like doing the Vince Carter over Frederick Weiss, right? Like over Thanos, and then just like jamming. Like absolute slam dunking a like boulder on top of somebody's head.
Then Giannis just leaves.
Yeah, and then he just leaves.
All right, bro, you're welcome.
Finality. Thanos wins. Man, if you guys don't remember Vin Baker could ball. Vin Baker was a walking double-double in his prime, right? He was a longtime Seattle Sonic, but he was drafted by Milwaukee. And remember, this is where the team that he's coaching at now. It was a huge 3-team deal back in 1997 that brought him into the Pacific Northwest. The Bucks sent Vin Baker to Seattle. Seattle sent the Rain Man, Sean Kemp, to Cleveland. Y'all remember Cleveland Kemp? That was not a pretty sight. And then the Cavs sent somebody named Terrell Brandon and somebody named Tyrone Hill to Milwaukee. I vaguely remember Tyrone Hill. Did Tyrone Hill end up playing in Philadelphia with that Iverson team?
Yes. You know Tyrone Hill's face.
Yes, I do.
Because everyone...
Yes. Everyone was not nice about about the look. But I don't remember Terrell Brandon at all. I might have to I'd have to go back to like the YouTube machine or something, dude.
Dude, when you see him, like Terrell Brandon was my guy, dog. Him and like Brevin Knight.
Oh, I loved Brevin Knight.
Yeah, those are like my hoopers, man, for Cleveland.
Brevin Knight, did he go to Kentucky under Cal? Like, did he play with John Calipari?
Who, Brevin Knight?
Yeah.
No.
Where did he go?
I mean, if he played on the Cal, he would have been at like UMass or something.
Oh my gosh. Either way, hey, listen, either way, Vin Baker was a dog, man. This guy could play. At his peak, he was averaging 21 points per game, 10 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1.4 blocks per game, while shooting nearly 52% from the field. And let me just say, like, his game was like, it was like mid-range, it was post-up, it was finishing around the rim, and Vin Baker was so good. Then, as you heard in the podcast clip, that on Thanalysis, like he got into alcohol and he just, like his career declined greatly. It was a weird trade too, because especially Sean Kemp, he also battled addiction too. So, I mean, I'm maybe both parties knew what was going on, but it's pretty rare to find, two guys that were just absolute studs and then succumbing to some addiction problems and then getting traded for each other, of all people. And somehow, some way, Milwaukee still got the raw end of that deal. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to trade away? How are you going to trade away Vin Baker and then get back Terrell Brandon and Tyrone Hill, bro? Like, if that happened in today's modern NBA, they would have got absolutely skewered for that. That's crazy. That's a terrible return. But Vin Baker was a literal walking double-double, man. This guy was so good back in the day. Whether it was early career with the Bucks or, in that prime of his career with the Seattle Sonics, man, Vin Baker was so good. For him to lose $100 million and to come back and say, you know what, let me work at Starbucks. Let me, as he said, close at 11 and then open at 4. Man, great story. Unbelievable story. And I am so happy that he shared that because it's so inspirational, man. That was cool. That was awesome. Obviously got back into basketball because he's currently an assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, I tell you what, man, that's the show. And we had a lot of fun. That was great. For Kane Behind the Glass, I'm James Coe. We appreciate you listening, but let me finish by always saying the same thing. It's never too late to chase your dreams.